Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Somee.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Somee.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out. All right, well, looks like we're live. Hey, how goes it? Ken Bozak here to talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories. And today I'm with my bro, Robert. How goes it?
Doing excellent, Ken. Yourself?
I'm doing very well, bro. Much appreciate you taking the time to come on today.
Most definitely. I appreciate you having me.
So, yeah, dude, why don't you do me a favor, introduce yourself to the audience a little bit, let them know, maybe who you are, maybe how outside of crypto, like, pre-crypto Robert, how that led you down your rabbit hole, and sort of what you're doing now that you're free falling down the rabbit hole.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I guess, before I got into what I do now for a living in general, I went to college for network engineering, kind of fell out, ended up going into finance. And now it's kind of, I do construction for a living, but I also own a game server hosting business right now, offering free service. And for the servers that I charge for games like Eco, I actually only accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that I decide that benefit myself and that I feel have you know have value in the space. So
Gotcha. Just try to keep an eye on this for
it's
some reason.
it's just one of those things of getting. Yeah, no worries, man.
No, it just looks like the video might be a little choppy coming in from your end, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah, my connection's kind of crap, especially with where I am, and this is I have on it. So,
Why don't you try killing the video,
I
but keep the yeah, keep the audio on. Just kill the video. Stop video. That
all right.
way
How about
you're
that?
yeah, there you go. Because your audio is getting chopped up with that.
Yeah, it probably is. Unfortunately, is that a little bit better?
Yep, definitely. Sorry, guys. You got to see a little bit of this sweet metal pay hat, but bandwidth issues. God, I can't wait till 5G's
Oh
like,
man,
that's like the thing. Like smartphones are a failed technology because we don't have 5G yet. You know what I mean? Like, we should just throw them all in the fire. Failed technology.
absolutely. Unfortunately, that is the world we live in, and we're kind of at the mercy of it.
Big facts, man. So you're coming from like gaming and stuff, dude, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's my passion. I've always been a gamer. Shoot, my father started me earlier on the Commodore 64 playing Odell Lake with him.
Whoa. Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I didn't start on any of that. I think my first console was the Super Nintendo or the NES. Yeah, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, that one.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, a little bit of F-Zero Mario Kart action.
Yeah, I remember blowing on the cartridges and getting yelled at for doing it because it said not to do it, although it worked.
Oh yeah, man. And then you have sometimes if you roll it back to the NES, sometimes you have a playing card folded in half or a baseball card folded in half to get it to hold down.
Yeah, and I feel like we're at that stage right now with like blockchain gaming, like with these crypto kitties or things like having to worry about gas and stuff like that, like to move these in-game assets. A few years from now, it's going to seem pretty archaic,
Oh, absolutely. Once it gets streamlined, you won't even notice that it's going on in the background.
right? Hey, McLovin, I see you in the chat. The Deadwood, how goes it? Crypto and net worth, I see you in the chat. How goes it? You're on Periscope, got people on YouTube, Twitch. Unfortunately, I had to close the float chat, but I think I can open that on my phone because my computer does not appreciate float being on my desktop while I am streaming for some reason.
That might have actually been what slowed my connection down too, because I do have it open just so I can keep up with the chat too.
Yeah, I want to try to figure out how to get that to work, but I think having like my phone as the secondary monitor might work. Trying to
I,
set that up. See who's in the float chat.
nice.
There we go. I got the float chat up. I see you, Crypto Nika, in the chat over there on float. Float app sucks on testnet using mobile browser right now. Is the video live streaming on float right now for you?
I'm not seeing personal myself.
Huh. It says, yeah, stream offline on Float. Yeah, I don't know. Float should be working, but it looks like it's not. Sorry, Kingsley. I tried to use Float. I don't know why it's not working. Apologies. I tried to get Float to work, but the Float chat still works. That's what I like about the Float.app platform. Like that live chat, that's always there. So, like, even if I'm not live streaming, people can chat there.
Nice. Nice. I'm gonna have to get a little more experience in that myself. I haven't, other than this time. I think I've popped into your channel a couple times, and it's really the only time I've utilized it.
Appreciate the support, bro. So let's see here. Oh, I did want to tell people a little bit about you doing the giveaway for the Keep Key, the Shapeshift wallet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me. I mean, I could turn my video back on for a second if you want. Oh, video
Yeah,
just dropped. You
no,
still there?
yeah, I dropped my video so you could turn yours on. Hopefully, it would help with the bandwidth on your end.
Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn mine back on. Oh. Haha. Okay.
Crypto Nika
Oh.
says finally. Cheers, everyone.
Oh, it says you have it disabled.
Oh, that's right, I do. I forgot I had like these God commands over here. Ask to start video, I guess.
There we go. Okay. So here we go. I do have a brand new keep key. It's still in the packaging. I mean, I can open it on air if you want, but then I also have one still in the box, still wrapped in cellophane as well. So, I mean, I'm only giving away one today, though.
Which one is
uh,
it? There's a few versions or iterations of the keep key. Which one does it happen to be?
should we open this one up right now?
Yeah, let's find out which one it is. Because I mean, you probably don't
Uh,
even know, right? I mean, which one is it? Is it a surprise from Keep
I
Key?
I ordered it actually,
Oh,
but
okay.
I guess I can tell I'm on their affiliate program. So
I got in on that pretty early on. They had the I thought that was really cool that they had the affiliate programs because like back in the day, everybody's making tutorial videos on their hardware wallets, and I think they gave like content creators a chance to kind of like monetize that with a here's how to use it, and then here's a link to buy one.
yep. I ended up getting some smoking deals on a bunch. So I actually ended up paying for both of these, which I don't mind. Whatever. We've got to get people securing their funds
Yeah,
in
not
the
your keys,
space.
not your coins, baby.
That's damn right. It is just an original black one, but it's still in the cellophane as well.
There you go. And that little keep key sticker is that zero trust aspect of this. So as long as it has that sticker on it, it wasn't like tampered with or anything crazy. That's how keep key does it. A few different hardware wallets do the same thing, but it's a zero trust method. So when you receive it, you can be like, all right, this is tamper resistant, or at least it would be obvious if it were. So, dude, why why
Absolutely.
why the keep key? Because there's tons of different ones out there, and I'm just curious, like, what strikes you about keep key?
To be honest, what I like about the Keep Key is it's got a. Let me see if I have. Hold on one second. I have one that I physically have in my possession right now. I do believe I've got to look through all the stuff that I have. Um, but I like the size of it. I like the fact that it's chunky. It almost feels like pass a NDT, non-destructive testing test of sorts. Oh, maybe I don't have it with me right this second. But they're very very. They almost feel bulletproof, I guess. They feel durable as all get out.
I've seen YouTube videos on, I think, the keep key getting run over. Wasn't that somebody who made a video on that?
I think that might have been them because I mean, between the Keep Key, you've got the Keep Key, the Cool Wallet, you've got Ledger, you've got Tracer. I think the Keep Key just feels like the most durable product out there right now. It's obviously I have. I guess I can say I have multiples, so it's not not the only wallet I have, but I definitely appreciate what they've made as a product. So.
Yeah, I like the keep key. I like Shapeshift Team. They're really cool, and I think it was it could have been the Treasure, right? That recently had exploits down to the hardware level.
Well, that exploit was actually discovered, I believe, a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago. But it didn't really make waves until, yeah, about a month or two ago. Somebody ended up figuring out that if you could physically get access to it, then you can pull it apart and brute force it if you don't have the passphrase set, which is why you always need to set a passphrase. You always need to write down your seed phrases, save them in a safe place.
Yeah, don't be
Unless
like
you
Peter
have
Schiff.
excellent memory. Yeah, no joke,
Yeah,
man.
that memory thing. I mean, I mean, people are probably gonna laugh about this, but like, even I have like a mnemonic phrase, or not, like, you know what I mean, like my backup phrase, sort of memorized, the 12 seed word phrase, and 12 words is not hard to remember when you don't even have to remember a single phone number in your entire life. Like, it's not that difficult to dedicate a few brain cells to 12 words in case of an emergency.
Well, and that's exactly it. You're asking a lot of people. I mean, if we want mass adoption, if we want just the normal people to start getting involved in it, it's going to have to get easier as well as more secure.
Yeah, it's getting there. I think hardware wallets still have a long ways to go. I like sort of the built-in ones, like the HTC Exodus phone, this the blockchain phone, or like the Siren Labs. Mine, unfortunately, deceased because I got caught in the rain with it, but it has the. Oh, come on, see, the rain got it. It has the hardware wallet built right into the back. So this is
Oh,
a
here, is your
separate.
video still on?
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry, man.
right. You can't see me.
Yeah, let me go. I guess I can stop my video unless you want to try to see if it
No, it
does
should
work because
work.
I shut down float.
So this is the Siren Labs phone,
Ooh.
and it has a hardware wallet that slides up on the back. So this is a separate piece of hardware, separate operating, totally separate from everything. The only thing it shares is a battery. So it's pretty cool, and it's built right. And I think that that's going to be the future of hardware wallets. Is going to be like, more like like instead of having a camera and a calculator and an MP3 player and a cell phone, that's why we have a smartphone. It put all that shit into one thing, so you can have free space in your pockets. I feel like having a hardware wallet is just like going out and buying an MP3 player today. If it's so like just unnecessary because like
Oh yeah.
so I feel like it's cool to have, but I think even like an old Android device, never used otherwise, just side load a wallet on from like an SD card and call it a day. And then you have a $20 hardware wallet out there. It's probably more secure than an actual keep key or a treasure.
I do actually have an old Android phone that I utilize for those types of things.
Yeah.
Oh, but I ended up finding my Keep Key. This is what they look like. They're just a beautiful. Let me go ahead and turn it on because I can't remember. Oh wait, yeah, I don't know where that cord's at. Anyway, there's the front screen
And it's not
and
yeah,
there's the
it's not
back of it.
battery powered, right? You have to have it plugged in for it to get the juice.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm not going to plug it in because then it ends up displaying things I don't want to display right now.
Yes, that's and that's the thing that it's a common misconception of the security that these things provide. Imagine saying to your neighbors or whatever, you're into crypto, and this is like 2010, and you have this cool treasure wallet. Your funds are really safe, and somebody sees that there's an exploit for it, and now you have your house getting robbed. Somebody kills you, takes your treasure wallet, and just brute force attacks it at the hardware level, all because you had a Bitcoin T-shirt on or something at the convenience store.
Exactly. It's frightening because of the simple fact that I mean, you know,
Yeah, let me kill my
there
video again.
and that we walk. That's what this looks like when it pops. Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah,
That's what the
no, it,
screen
it
looks like
starts
when
to
it pops
lag
up.
out. There we go. All right, so yeah, it just has the Keep Key
Yeah.
logo. It's cool.
Yep.
I have a treasure. I have a ledger. I have all of them actually. I know I have that Keep Key somewhere. And even have the BitFi wallet, the unhackable McAfee BitFi wallet. People
Yeah.
root it for Doom to play Doom on.
Yeah. Didn't that 16-year-old kid end up actually cracking that?
Yeah, it was just like any other Android operating system, really, at the end of the day. So it was just really, it was pretty easy to get root access and then sideload some stuff onto it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, and that's kind of the thing, and again, that's where we've got to get past. We've got to get past the ability for people that are curious in nature in general. There's people that'll do it, just because they can, not to do anything bad, but they're just trying to prove their point. But it's also frightening because at the same time, it puts us at risk, puts normal
Hmm.
people at risk.
I feel like that about the Ring
So.
doorbells, man, with the way these like white hat hackers are kind of exploiting the lack of security that, Amazon is actually trying. Like, they're really not trying at all to secure this network. So you have like the white hat community kind of going in and trolling people to bring awareness to the exploits. And I mean, the mainstream media is like, oh, there's some people, hacking Ring doorbells and, saying racial slurs and, making fun of, like, scaring people. I'm like, yeah, well, they're just trying to get your attention to the fact that, like, every employee at Amazon is watching a Ring doorbell like it's a Netflix account, and they're just going through people's houses like channels on a TV.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I worked for an internet company back in 99, 2000, 2001. And the things that even those people do, that they probably won't admit, it's pretty frightening.
Yeah, it's all being brought to light, much like everything that's happening with Facebook, data privacy, stuff to that effect. That all that stuff's starting to come to the forefront of a conversation that's been waiting to have happen. There's a lot to be said now. Finally, there's a discussion about it. So it's going to take a while to see what actually comes of these discussions. But we're starting to see that it is sort of shaping and designing like the trajectory of a lot of industries and where they're going and how they're getting there now, rather than the Facebook method of just sheep everybody, use their data, and just make a quick buck. Even Google is starting to get hit with a lot of issues with like the COPA, I think, like the Child Protection Act or something. Like, Google's having a hard time trying to figure out how to survive the monetization of data in this new era environment.
Well, and you just, I mean, the way you stated that was perfect. There's people that are actually skimming all that information to sell it to make a buck, and they don't care about your privacy. They just want the money out of it. I was actually a victim of fraud a number of years ago, and finding out the things that people do with your account information is very frightening.
Right? Yo, McLovin said $4 sub on Somi. More information. Yo, 3D in the chat. How goes it? Amazing. You're taking full advantage of third party. Yes. Guys, sorry I don't have the float up and running. I can't figure out why I give up. I'm giving up on it. I've been trying since we started the live stream here a little bit in the background. I cannot get it to work, so I do apologize. I'm gonna figure out why float isn't working, but every other chat is. So if you're on Periscope, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever, D Live, Mixer, it's all coming into the chat that I can see here on screen. Thank you, Crypto Nika. She says he or she. Nika. It makes you want to say she. I don't know. She said it's okay. They said it's okay, right? I guess that's the.
I know we're all ambiguous.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the ambiguous way to go, right? They, them, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So they or them said it's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like Float's still early beta, and I think it's just because their live stream, the HTTP for the RTMP key changes on me, but the stream key has been the same. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to Kingsley about why the stream URL changes, but the key stays the same. And it's hard to stay on top of that.
Gotcha. So, see, I think I connection.
You broke up there a little bit.
Shut that then. There we go. I think connection, it should be a little less glitchy now, but.
Oh, and I was right. Crypto Nika says she. Ha! Knew it. Got the vibes. Got the vibes. All right. So how did you want to go about doing the giveaway of the Keep Key? Because I had an idea. You could check out the pick. I forget what it's called. It's something that Crypto Stash just came out with. It's on the blockchain for a random tweet picker or something to that effect.
How about you know what? How about you give it away?
Oof. All right. Put all the pressure
I don't mean to put the pressure on you.
Fuck you. All right, let me see if I can find this thing by Crypto Stash, because it's actually really cool and it uses blockchain, so I want to use it more. It's called Fair Pick app. That's what it's called. I'll bring it up on the screen for the viewers. So this is Fair Pick app, and this is by my bro Crypto Stash. It's running on I believe Wax blockchain. So
cool.
yeah, and I'm gonna go take that off screen for a second because God knows what'll pop up on my feed. I gotta go over here and find the tweet, and what I'm gonna do, here it is. All right, so everybody watching, so what I'm gonna do at the end of the live stream, I'm gonna take this tweet right here. So if you're on Twitter and you're looking at this live stream on my Twitter right here, you have to retweet this thing right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on share, copy link to tweet. We're going to go back to pick, fair pick. All right, fairpick.io. I'm going to show you guys how freaking easy it is to use this. All right, so start my contest. Sign in with Twitter. Nice. Let me just slide that the hell on over because who knows what's going to pop up. All right, now that I signed in with Twitter, give your contest a cool name. All right, it'll be Robert. How the hell do you say your last name? Harju?
I was wondering when you were going to ask that. That's actually a common mispronunciation. It's Harju. Like, how are you?
Harju.
Which is why my business name is Harju Gaming Network.
Got it. Actually, clever punny on words. I was thinking about changing the name in my swag shop for the socks to Ken Bo socks. So I feel the punny play on words, like respect. How many people can
That's beautiful. I like it.
One person. All right, so yes, they have to retweet. Yes, they have to be following me, like the post. Look at all these things. I won't make you comment. I don't know what that is. Pick the date it will end and shit. Like, come on, Stash. Why'd you have to make this so hard? All right, so this part's gonna be the pain in the butt. What's the date? It's two. What the hell is it? The
It's
ninth.
the ninth today. Yes.
2/9/2020, and then I don't see my time zone here, so let me see. Whoa, bro, this time zone list is kind of ridiculous. Are
Is it
you?
all UTC?
Oh my goodness. I'm just looking for like New York because I'm pretty sure that's like how it always shows the hell up on here for me. But when I type in N, it doesn't skip there. So, this is gonna take a second.
No worries, man. No worries. I actually also, I guess I could discuss. I have games that I was going to give away as well. So, I buy a lot of Humble Bundle stuff, and then I also get free games from time to time from all the LAN parties that I go to. So I have a couple games that I was going to give away as well.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Like like PC games, right? Like Steam.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be a Steam-based game, and it's either I can get the person's email address or they can add me on Steam, and and then we would either stay friends or just remove the friend. But in order to send it through Steam, that's the only way it would happen. But an email address works just as well.
Yo, I'm the most like dyslexic stoner in the world right now, but like I'm about to just go with US Central Time and someone's going to have to figure out the math for Eastern cuz I'm serious. Yo, Stash, Crypto Stash, look at me. I'm trying to promote your brand right here, but there it is, New York. Fuck, that took forever. All right. All right. So, I don't see a way to do the time. Oh, is this the time? Oh, that's the time. Okay. So it's going to end at 7 o'clock. All right. I think I can do that. So
Perfect.
set my contest. All right. New contest. Yo, what just happened?
Is it frozen? Looks like it's
No.
frozen.
I don't
No?
know what just happened. It didn't save. Come on, Stash. Help me out, bro. I don't understand. Maybe because the date was off or something? Or. Alright, so it's the 9th, 2020. And then I wanted it to be at 7 p.m. Like, why isn't this a thing? Oh, that's right. Okay, because AM, PM. Ha. All right, so 7 p.m. save. I'm sorry, everybody. Bear with me. It's my like second time using this platform. All right, please fix the requirements. Limit the number of entries. Yes, to one. Or wait,
Uh,
no. Oh no,
is
I
it
don't want to
entries
limit
per
the number.
person or is it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to limit the number. I think it might be in general, right? So,
Gotcha.
oh, I got to do this too. Require comment. No. All right. Is this finally going to let me do it? Look at that. Look at that. All right. Finally, I got it up. All right. So, if you guys want to win a keep key, all you have to do is go to my Twitter and retweet this live stream, which is right here. So, as long as you retweet this like that, boom, you're entered. All right, cool, 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 bro. We got the keep key set up with a fair pick winner random generator, so nobody can be like we're picking favorites or anything. Twitter. All right, you still there, bro?
I like that. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
still here.
All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so I guess with the Steam keys, I think maybe it'd be pretty fun if you just wanted to copy and paste it and drop it in the chat or something.
Yeah, do you want to?
I look like we froze. Uh oh. Uh oh. This is this is to 5G. We need 5G. And I am getting a better computer, so don't worry about that. Rob, where'd you go? Ugh. All right. Oh, there he goes. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. Are you there?
Yep, there you go. All right, cool, cool, cool.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, sorry, Crypto Nika froze again. Yeah, we're dealing with just not having technology up to par. We need 5G. I'm telling you guys, we gotta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crypto Net Worth said use Ethernet, bro. It's not me. It's actually not me right now. I'm
It's
getting
it's it's totally me.
Yeah, I'm at 30 frames per second. CPU's at like perfect 20% usage over on OBS. I'm getting zero lost frames like on my end. See that?
Yeah, it's all me. I guess I need to turn my phone back the other way.
Oh yeah, you're sideways.
Well, I turned it the other direction, so here we go. Now
Yeah,
I'm back the way.
sometimes that
Yeah,
happens. Oh, dude, nice shirt.
well, thank you.
I feel like you're wearing like a Bloods hat and a Crips shirt though, right? Like, you know what I mean? I always get those and I feel like weird going into other wallets like threads and commenting because I'm always like I'm like Switzerland of crypto. Like I nobody bait colors me as the one product brand kind of person. So like I get to show Monarch and still hang out with like Trust Wallet and Metal Pay and Trust and like everybody's still cool.
Well, I think that's the beauty of what gosh, and I hate to say the ecosystem, the space, just
Well, lack
crypto
of a
in
better word,
general.
right? It's not an industry yet, so we
Yeah.
can still say space. I feel like space is a fair term and doesn't put too much pressure on the industry as a whole. You know, to be an industry, it's not it shouldn't have to act grown up yet. It ain't quite grown up. I'm using prepaid internet just to my phone, and it's like $1 for 1 gigabyte. Ooh, that's actually a lot of data. Wow. Yeah, McLovin says the space like universe. Yes.
Sucks.
Yeah, it looks like you're just gonna have to kill the video, bro.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Not a problem. I've actually got you on cell. My Wi-Fi sucks.
That's
I mean,
funny.
I mean, yeah, I dropped. Okay, my video is down. So anyway, I dropped my Wi-Fi connection, and now like it's streaming perfectly almost.
Funny how that's like the case sometimes. Like for me, I've always had like opposite experiences whenever I've seen like people on their phones, and I'm having a better time on like a hotspot than they are on their mobile data. Especially like when I'm in stores or like something like a Walmart or some kind of shopping mall or like a strip mall or something, and they have like an Xfinity hotspot, and I'm inside using the hotspot like so fast, and they're trying to get a cell phone connection, and they can't.
Well, and that's the shitty thing is I'm actually in I want to say the middle of nowhere, and I really am in the middle of nowhere, unfortunately. And just the internet in general where I am sucks. It's not
Is
my
your
main
dog's name
connection.
Courage?
No,
Just
no.
saying, it's a missed opportunity to live in the middle of nowhere and not have a dog named Courage.
And unfortunately, I did miss the mark on that. No, that's Roxy.
Roxy, well, I'm sure Roxy has courage, so
Oh,
cheers to
absolutely.
that. But let's talk a little bit about some of like blockchain game or like games in general that you could see utilizing blockchain tech because I think I'm a little too like cynical or something, man. Like I think I've lost that like that fever that people come into the space and sort of catch. I don't think legacy game industries are going to be able to adopt this tech and survive. Like, I don't see Epic Games for Fortnite tokenizing their skins. But that doesn't mean games won't tokenize skins. I'm just worried about, you know, the legacy games getting in. So like, Blockbuster never really looked into streaming, right? And I have a feeling Hearthstone's not really looking into tokenizing their assets because, Gods Unchained beat them to it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that like you just stated that the legacy games are definitely not going to jump on the bandwagon, but there are games out there that are still in alpha and beta that have the opportunity to maybe not monetize it, but maybe inject quarters. Have you heard of quarters?
Quarters.
Yeah, there's something out there that, and I hate to say it, got FCC approval, whatever, but there's a token out there called quarters that you buy that you can actually use for certain games. I don't know of anyone that currently uses it, but that was what they stated.
Hmm.
So I actually have an idea for a game to actually inject a living eco or a living economy into the game. Kind of the same concept, and there's a specific game that I want to actually see utilize it, but I don't want to outright state which one it is because I would like to try it myself first.
Yo, 3D respect. I swear I was going to shout out Felty. I swear, bro. As soon as he started talking about this, Robert, I don't know if you're aware of my
Yeah,
buddy Felty, but he was working on a project like this right before he passed away, Vidyen. And there was this like prospector type miner game, looked like Farmville kind of a thing. And he had it set up to where like you could end up like, using crypto on the back end, and it was a really cool concept, man. But unfortunately, he passed away before it could be implemented. But the concept's
yeah.
out there. It's WordPress plugin. So like, if you're running a website, or if you're, even doing like a browser based type of a game, you could use Vidyen, like super plug and play WordPress, and start like using people's background to mine like Monero. So if and I was he
Interesting.
was yeah he was gonna help me set this up. So like when people go to kenbozak.com, there would be a pop up, and the pop up would be like, hey, do you want to opt into mining Monero for me while you browse my website? And people could just opt in and say like, if you wanted to donate to my channel or to me, you could just go to kenbozak.com and leave my website running while you're sleeping or something and not using your computer, and that would just constantly be running Monero donations for me while you're doing it, which was like really cool.
I like that. Yeah, instead of going to a site and then not knowing it's happening, you actually go into a site knowingly, allow it to happen. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you can like sort of like Brave, but on the other side of like what Basic Attention's token's doing, where you opt out of ads completely and opt into mining for participation. And I think there's a powerful combination for doing both. It's really simple as a pop up saying you're 18 or older. Do you agree to letting me have some of your excess resources in the background? And it's not much. It's not like it's gonna take your life expectancy of your hardware down any. It's not that high power consumption. Hey, Herbable, how goes it, bro? See you in the chat from Periscope. I saw that you posted the the Steam key in the chat. Could you run that one more time? I made sure that I put it up on the screen, so when you post it, it'll be in the video. So it's not just in the chat. It'll pop up on the screen, so people can get a chance to type it in if they're not on the. I think you posted it from YouTube.
No, I'm actually in Periscope.
Okay, so that's
But
where it came from.
yeah, I just dropped for some reason. Let me go ahead and rejoin. I shouldn't say for some reason. I know exactly why. You said shit connection.
So like when it comes to like these games and blockchain incorporation and stuff like that, like where do you see like the ease of on ramp for them right now? Is it easy enough for at this point, or do we still need to make it easier?
As far as getting them, I think it personally needs to be. Uh, I mean, if you're a coder, you can figure it out well enough. But being able to find uh, the resources, you'd have to build it on a current token or current coin that's out there, unless you're creating your own. Now, then you have
But
to.
see, you don't think they're just gonna fork? Because that's what I think a lot of these companies are just gonna look at things like Tron, Ethereum, and go, well, fuck using their shit. We can just fork this, right? Decentralization isn't super necessary in every industry down to every core aspect, right? So they could
No,
use
not at
their
all.
own their own version of Tron's blockchain in house in a centralized way, and still utilize the tech without having to worry about other entities interfering with, like, because if Tron pushes an update onto the Tron blockchain, then whatever game built on it is forced to update their game, right? Like any app that runs on iOS, when iOS updates, developers have to update their applications on that iOS so it can still function on that new update. I think a lot of these games are going to find out that they can run their own blockchains and not have to worry about forks and updates occurring outside of their control.
Well, that's oh dang it, I didn't mean to send that. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you look at something like Ravencoin would be a perfect one to build an asset in, where it is actually decentralized. There's nobody that's going to come in and actually control what you create off of Ravencoin. Um, I see that as a perfect opportunity because if you actually hold Ravencoin, you can burn 500 of it to create whatever amount of tokens you need for your game, create your own asset, and then use that and inject it into your game.
I think that's the principles that may have inspired what Engine came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Burning or sort of like a color coin concept where you take coins out of circulation to create something in the network backed by the assets that it's written on, and you can reverse burn, so you can melt the asset and get back the coins that you were backing that thing by, which I think what Engine's doing is really unique. But like you mentioned with Raven Coin, sort of I think inspired that whole concept. I was that was one of the earliest things that intrigued me about Bitcoin when I got into it in 2016 was color coins, and I think I was a little late to that conversation. Nobody was really talking about it anymore. I had to really dig up a couple-year-old podcast to find out any information on color coins because nobody, even today, talks about it. But I think it's like a really amazing use case for Bitcoin. I could create KenCoin from one Bitcoin, and KenCoin is technically Bitcoin now because it costs Bitcoin to generate it, to make it.
Well, there you go, and that's the beauty of fractionalization. Also, breaking it down into satoshis. If you could take, say, a whole Bitcoin and utilize the fractionalized portions of it to monetize or use that for different denominations inside of your game. Um,
So, what games do you think have the most potential for doing this that currently exist? You think Clash of Clans could go the way of like EOS Knights or like Ethereum or something, or do you think more along like the AAA line where like Apex Legends and Fortnite might lead the way? Because looking at a lot of these games, man, they're disrupting the industry of gaming as a whole without using disruptive technologies, man. Like Fortnite basically forced Xbox, PlayStation, and PC to all get along and be friends because of cross-platform gaming. And that was, that's a first. We're still starting to figure out this environment where cross-platform is a thing, and even Google and Amazon are getting into cloud-based gaming, and it's going to be an interesting revolution in the gaming environment outside of blockchain and stuff. But I'm just curious, like where do you see blockchain gaming sort of adopting first? Do you think it's going to be like AAA games like Fortnite, or you think it's going to be mobile games, or maybe just I would like, for me, I'll throw my opinion out there real quick, is I think it's the games that are building on it now. I don't think the games that exist will adopt it before the games that are already utilizing it replace them.
I think you're right. I personally think that mobile games would more than likely be the first ones to adopt it because you have mobile wallets. You have the ability to use something like you stated, Engine, or uh, actually, I have all the wallets up here right now. You've got Engine wallet, and you've got uh, uh, the Monarch wallet. Actually, you could probably utilize something like that, Trust wallet. I could see that, and then maybe even we were kind of hypothesizing legacy games. Let's go all the way back to something like Counter Strike.
Oh,
Maybe you
okay.
could, yeah, maybe you could actually, for a penny, you get an upgrade on a gun that. And I hate to say it, spending money on upgrades, whatever, freemium games, but you spend a penny on an upgrade to where you get night vision, or a fraction of a penny to get extra armor plating. Let's look at something like Grand Theft Auto 5, a AAA title. um, could you imagine a game like that where you actually go in There would have to be a cap on it though, because then you'd have those guys who have unlimited resources, unlimited money to actually come in and basically be God mode.
Well, this
That would be the
happens.
downside
There's
of that.
there's legacy games that do this. I can't. Oh, I gotta get better at remembering the name of this game. But there's a game out there that like sold a planet, and it's not even a decentralized game or anything to do with blockchain or crypto. It's been around
Uh-huh.
for a long time. But like somebody sold a planet for like 6 figures, and somebody I think has made 7 figures off of the owning that planet because players have to mine resources off of it and pay a tax for mining the resources and you know, there are whales that do exist. I mean, like you know, if you even if you play Grand Theft Auto today,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, because the servers have gotten really good with cheating and cheaters, that
Hmm.
people have grinded a lot and have become whales, and they have a lot of weapons and cash, and they can just kind of spam the game and make it no fun for everyone. And I think South Park probably did the best job of covering what a whale can do in a gaming environment with the World of Warcraft episode.
Oh yeah, that was a good one for sure. No, I think somebody just stated Second Life. Second Life was kind of, conceptualization on that. Spending money to live a better virtual life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, dude, people still play Farmville and spend a shit ton of money on fake crops.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
I don't hate on that. I mean, shit, dude, I spent money on Clash of Clans before I got into Bitcoin that I look back at now, and it's just I can't even open Clash of Clans, dude. I'm at like Town Hall 12 or something, like, so
well,
I can't talk about that too much.
well, there's other games like when I was still in high school, Ultima Online had just come out, and we utilized we made a company called Ultima Online Mercantile Guild. What we would do is we'd go out and farm resources. We had a storefront, and then we'd even meet people at the banks inside of these towns. We'd farm the resources, and then for X amount of dollars, they could buy the resource, or X amount of gold, they could buy the resources, or they could buy gold from us. But then they ended up we ended up having a lot of dupe errors, a lot of counterfeit gold coming through. And when people would pay for their items, we would obviously sell the items. We would trust that it was real gold, and then a patch would come out and the gold would be patched out, and we would lose our money, lose our time, lose
uh,
the resources that we sold to them. So with something like crypto, you have the ability to make sure something isn't counterfeit, especially in a virtual world. There's people that spend a lot of time and get involved in these things only to be, to become destitute and just downtrodden because of the simple fact that somebody screwed them over for it.
Yeah, and we were mentioning like Grand Theft Auto earlier, and I know that people were taking advantage of these glitches and loopholes in that game to basically be like terrorists. They would drop counterfeit money on the ground in front of other players and force them to pick it up, and the bot in Grand Theft Auto's online server would keep track of currency in the game, and people would be dropping counterfeit cash to people all the time and getting their accounts banned. And I just remember people telling me, I just lost my account on Grand Theft Auto because somebody dropped $50 million in front of me, and I accidentally walked into it, picked it up, and got banned. I'm just,
Yep.
it's like, that could
I
easily be solved. Literally, Bitcoin fixes this.
exactly, and I actually, and I hate to say it, I was one of those people. I waited in line at GameStop to go buy GTA 5 when it came out for the 360. I went home, I played it, and then when the online came out, I started playing, and I was in the upper hundreds on the levels. I had every single mission complete, and then Duper started dropping money, and I was like, okay, whatever, And instead of spending it, which is what Rockstar told people to do, I kept it in my account so I could spend it when I wanted to. Now, well, what they ended up doing in the long run is I hate to say it, I even reported that I had counterfeit money, and they told me, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, only to happen 3 years ago or something. My day one account that I went from 360 to Xbox One to PC got banned. So,
Wow. Well, you know what, man? I can go down a rabbit hole that's not super fun, but is super realistic, and maybe you could vibe with me on it. And I think that there's potential that this could happen in blockchain gaming as well, where it's so possible to make an NFT, and anybody can do it. That I could just make my own crypto kitties. Like, no, nothing is stopping me from taking the image from CryptoKitties, making my own NFTs, putting those images on front of them, calling them CryptoKitties, and then trying to sell them to people like, peer to peer or something. Like, here's my MetaMask wallet. Look, I have this CryptoKitty, super rare. Don't you like it? It looks amazing. And, once I send it to your wallet, you don't know that it's not a real CryptoKitty till you go to use it in a game that acknowledges the CK token, and it turns out that this is a fake or counterfeit. And I think a lot of people like to say, like, NFTs and tokenization of in-game assets is going to like prevent counterfeiting and all this stuff, and I think it's actually going to make it a lot more easier. It's so easy for anybody to make an NFT, and then say that it's theirs or it's the original if somebody doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, a lot of these blockchain artists out there that are tokenizing their art in NFTs, it's not hard to take that image and then create your own NFT of it to put it in your MetaMask wallet. You don't have it from the exact artist, but you still have that image tokenized. It's sort of like taking a screenshot of somebody's picture from Twitter and putting it in a Google Drive cloud folder. So I think maybe you could see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, and it's going to cause a lot of people. That's like we spoke earlier, the white hats. You're going to have people that go in and don't do it to be a blight or cause any friction, but they're going to go ahead and go in and start messing around. And there's going to need to be a way to verify that those items are real, like at the start before you even buy it.
McLovin said like Upland. I'm not sure of that story, McLovin, but
Likewise.
yeah, maybe you could elaborate. One of these days, McLovin, I'm gonna be able to get you on here. Oh,
Yeah.
Robert just posted another stream key. I copy paste posted it again as well. What stream key was this for?
That was for Machinarium.
Yeah, I was not going to try to pronounce that. Machinarium.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually going to do one more in a second for the game Crawl.
Crawl? What's crawl?
It's kind of a side scroller. You have
Ooh, okay.
side scroller. Some of these games I have never played before. They're in a library that I've had forever.
I'm willing to bet that that's 3D. So Gerbil in the chat said, "Dang, someone is quick." Yeah, it's probably 3D. That dude is on top of things. I'm telling you.
Crawl is actually a side scroller. It looks like a dungeon slasher game, actually.
Oh, like Dungeons and Dragons kind of a deal.
Yeah, but your friends actually control the monsters, and you're the guy that goes in and slays them.
Oh, that's kind of a dick move game. I like it already.
Yeah, it sounds like kind of like a Steam box game. I have a Steam box. They're kind of fun, but
It's
good
sort
for
of,
party
yeah. I
games.
like battle royale kind of games. That sounds like a decent version of a type of a battle royale. You versus like whatever amount of your friends. Sort of like.
It's uh, it's a lot like Cards Against Humanity. Have you ever played that online? Actually,
I see. No, I haven't, but I actually have played Unstable Unicorns, and I hear that that's sort of similar to like Exploding Kittens, and Exploding Kittens is sort of similar to that. And
words.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, well, I just got a thing from Restream.io. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today. Holy shit!
nice.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't think I've ever gotten that amount of messages in this amount of time. So that was like 1 minute, one message a minute, I guess, in the chat.
That's badass, man.
Get
Um,
that stream codes, people. I'm just rooting for keep. Yo, Cryptonica. Yeah. So the fair pick is up. It's doing its thing. I honestly, the contest is not ended. You can still share here. I'm not sure how to like end this contest, like manage my contest. Yeah. See. So like view contest, update details, view contest. So I think it's just going to end on its own when the time happens, but it looks like it added 10 minutes. So at 7:10, it'll pick one
Cool.
winner who has retweeted the live stream right now that's happening on Twitter. So keep your eye on
Hey,
that.
yeah, you just let me know who needs it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and post up a link to that online Cards Against Humanity game.
I'm going to click on
Um,
it and check it out.
it's actually pretty effing fun. You can download the deck yourself and make your own server. You just have to know how to do it. It's pretty involved. I had one up and then I ended up reformatting all my stuff.
Whenever I see a fucking website this basic, I know whatever it entails is involved. Like, you
Oh
know what
yeah.
I mean, bro? Like, when a website is this vanilla, it's like, you're going to have to do a lot of work, you nerd.
Mm-hmm. It, I mean, it gets you playing cards in real life gets nasty. This gets totally nasty, and it's awesome.
I'm waiting for some, if somebody wants to make the clone, but like Cards Against, like, crypto community or something, would be really
Mm.
cool to see, like, that genre of like the Cards Against Humanity, because I know how they have different like genres and stuff, and I think it'd be cool to see something pretty unique to the crypto community.
Oh hell yeah, man! That would be something I would definitely play a lot.
Yep, I was just like sitting here and I was looking at like the nickname option for identification code. I'm checking it out and I'm like, okay. I mean, I would get into this, but I don't want to do all that work. So if somebody
Oh
wants to create a Cards Against Humanity clone and make a crypto community version, I will play your clone.
hell yeah, I'm down too, man. Make it a drop bit micro Satoshi.
Oh, there, they got to drop the link in here, you lazy bums. All right, fine. They want to know the link for the retweet. So this is the link. It's already got a bunch of retweets. So I mean, people have figured it out. Copy
That's it.
link. I'll go over here and paste it in the chat. That's the link to the tweet that you have to retweet, and then fairpick.app, or no, it's fairpick.io. Yo, Stash, get on your SEO, bro. Fix that. Is like search engine optimization, guys. He has like one name for Twitter, one name on the website. So fairpick.io, that's going to pick the winner automatically. So, and it's going to be random. I have nothing to do with it. So if somebody that I love dearly wins, it wasn't me who picked them.
Yeah, that's awesome though, man. I hope I'm stoked to give it away.
Yeah, man, I have a decent collection of hardware wallets, and I always thought about doing the online thing, and unfortunately, like shipping is such a bro. I've had done giveaways for like 4 years now, and it's funny is Rob Beatles was literally just on a live stream talking about how it was like $1,500 just to mail a miner to somebody that won a giveaway, and it was
Oh
like
my God.
yeah, the shipping and handling was more than the miner. So I mean, like when I look at these wallets, I'm just like I can't. So I mean, I'll
Oh,
just like I like to like say, oh, I'll give it away. The amount of Bitcoin that you would need to buy something
yep.
like a wallet. So to relieve me from having to pay for the shipping, because bro, if one of my viewers in India win, like burden's on you, dude. Burden is
That's
on
all good.
you.
That's
I
all good,
I
man.
like to give
But
away these wallets now at meetups. So like physical things, and people like, are at a meetup first time and they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, well, I got an extra hardware wallet. Here, set this up and use this instead of a paper wallet or something.
well, I might be giving one away at the Portland, Oregon meet in what's it in April or May. So next time you're in Portland, man, you let me know.
Will do. Hey, somebody said, why no comments via Periscope? I'm seeing the comments via Periscope. Hey, Crypto Nika, can you comment again? I want to see if it pops up on the screen. I feel like it should. Let me see. I'm going to click on Periscope and just be like, test. Boom. It shows up on my screen over here. Give out NFTs. Hey, McLovin. Actually, I think I might be able to give away one NFT. Let me see. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, wait, that's not the password for this wallet, is it?
Oh, I was actually going to say one thing that we did say we were going to talk about:
Let's fire.
Bitcoin back apps,
Wait, who?
apps that give you Bitcoin back.
Oh, Bitcoin back apps. I was like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got, Brave browser, which you can utilize to actually get BAT tokens. And especially if you link all of your devices, your mobile device, your computer itself. Um, Kind of the nice thing too is you've got, and none of these guys have sponsored either of us. So, or at least myself, I don't know. You've got Fold app. Fold is awesome. You've got Get Pay. Get Pay is awesome. You've got Trilolly. Trilolly is awesome as well. I mean, all of these apps are rewarding people, and I think that's going to be another catalyst into just getting the average consumer into Bitcoin.
Yeah, I see the success of like Honey. You know the coupon applier. I think it's like a browser extension similar like Lolly. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just applies a coupon to whatever website you're checking out to save you money. And that popularity of that platform has just taken off amazing. It's like so many people use Honey just because it's, just a thing that everybody commonly uses now, because when they shop online, they know that you could save like randomly 20 to 30% on whatever website. I think that common knowledge will also be applied to things like Lolly and Fold and Pay, because just the it's just general awareness. People are gonna more brand recognition, more people will be using it longer. It's just going to take a
Hmm.
while, but I think it will be the more frequently used method of the mainstream, stacking sats, as so we say, because I mean, everybody shops online, so I mean, not everybody buys Bitcoin, right? So I mean, people are going to be shopping on Amazon or shopping on like Domino's or whatever for Uber Eats, and they're eventually going to learn that you can use your fiat credit or debit card on Fold, and you can still
Hmm.
save a couple percent on your transaction and earn some crypto back. I think that people could care less about earning the crypto back. It's going to be that discount that a lot of these platforms offer.
There you go. And that's, again, going back to, I hate to bring up Get Pay because, I kind of mentioned it on Twitter. They kind of asked, and I said, yeah, maybe we'll mention it. But Get Pay is so easy. I set it up for my mother, but once she saw it set up, she said, wow, that's just, I mean, all you have to go do is use your debit card or your credit card,
Yeah.
and you get a discount plus you get a little bit back.
Yep, I just found a couple of these like, so I love Pay. Unfortunately, I'm too immersed in Bitcoin to even utilize that platform, because it's a fiat centric platform that
Yep.
rewards fiat spenders with Bitcoin rewards. So I don't spend fiat, and the fiat card right here, the only thing that I have that ever gets me fiat is this BitPay card right here, and they don't accept that. So I can't even use my BitPay card through Pay or most of these apps, unfortunately. So
Ouch.
I want to use Pay. I think it's amazing, and it's definitely great for people that use fiat. But
Hmm.
unfortunately for me, like, even with Lolly, Lolly is a thing that's mostly for, and is only for, really, for spending fiat and earning Bitcoin back for doing that. And I don't really shop with fiat. So, like, a lot of the times Lolly will pop up and it will be like, hey, you can earn X off or whatever, and I end up checking out with crypto, and I don't get the same rewards.
Ouch. That's rough, man. Yeah, well, and I understand that too. You are definitely way down the rabbit hole, which is awesome. I I I think I've already talked to you about my situation. So I really do absolutely love everything about Bitcoin and crypto in general. I like the ability to have control of my own finances, of
Same.
100% control of it, without somebody's, oh, sorry, you can't take, you can't have your money today because we're closed, or you can't have your money today because there's something funny going on. It's like, it's none of your damn business what I do.
You know how weird it is that people are just okay with that, though. Like, how many people within arm's reach of us that are in this space, when they have that issue where, like, the ATM says, oh, you've reached your withdrawal limit for the day and you can't get any more cash out at the ATM, or the bank's closed, you hit your limit and now you have to wait till the bank opens to have permission to get. Everybody's okay with that. They just,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because they're conditioned to it or what, but like nobody outside of crypto really has a problem with this because they like justify it for the businesses, much like the mainstream sort of justifies Facebook being a data miner of data because they're giving you a service for free,
Hmm.
or for free in air quotes. People are just okay with this. What, like, same thing happened with what Wells Fargo creating, bank accounts under everybody's name, charging them for those bank accounts that nobody even knew they opened, and getting sued for it. And then everybody that got affected by this were so upset with Wells Fargo, their comeback was, well, screw it, I'm going to close my Wells Fargo account and I'm going to go to PNC and open a new account. Like, they just don't care. They justify it, and I don't think I just it's like, you obviously have been affected. Like, that's sort of what got me into it. Like, I've ran into so many censorship issues with my money being in a bank that it never really felt like it was my money to begin with.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, still have to wait for that feeling themselves. It's a personal awakening. It's not something that happens through spectating.
And that's I think I touched on this a little bit. I'm going to reveal a little bit of information. I used to work for the bank of banks. I used to control the funds that moved around from bank to bank. I've personally seen how easy it is for them to shut people down. Um, I and it's frightening. You have somebody like me doing those things. There, yeah, there's just too much. It's a control thing. It really is.
Oh, I actually have a Cash App card thing too, but I don't really use that. I see Smiley's in the chat, and I forget, Smiley's just said who they were earlier. Who is Smiley's again? Oh, yeah, Smiley's is Herbal. All right, cool, cool, cool. Figured that out. Yeah, I tried Cash App, and I don't know. I don't really care much for cash. Like, that's the problem. Like, BitPay works. I got my private key for my Bitcoin. I need to move a couple dollars over in the fiat to get some cash out of an ATM, or if I have to do anything, like, buy something that I can't figure out how to use. Like, dude, today is National
Did I
Pizza
drop
Day.
again?
No, no, you're here. Today
It's
is
oh, it's
National
national.
Pizza Day. And how many
What?
Bitcoiners haven't used the Fold app to buy pizza today with Bitcoin? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, the first thing I did for lunch is like, I open the Fold app, I send some Lightning Network Bitcoin over to like Fold, and I get Domino's. I save like a couple bucks. I saved like 5%, and I got some Satoshis back. Like, and I just feel like
Beautiful.
so many people in this space are so, like, I want to say, like, they're fucking posers, man. There's
Oh yeah.
so many posers in this space, bro. Like, that
Oh
want
yeah.
to appear to
It's
be
and that's yeah, yeah. There's
maximalist.
people that want. They're doing it for the clout, and they're doing it to stroke either their ego or someone else's ego, and it's a damn shame, honestly.
It's a projection thing. I think a lot of the people in this space have been around so long that they like the projection that they're all in, and they use this stuff. And dude, even fucking Andreas Antonopoulos isn't as in all in on Bitcoin as I am. That dude still uses fiat, and he talks about it on Twitter, like, oh, I have to use fiat for this and that. I'm a business. I have to fly. I have to do this and that. And I'm like, yeah, and you're talking to businesses about adopting Bitcoin, but you can't as an independent, like, fucking poser. I love Andreas, but like, dude's a poser. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
No, no, no. That's no, no. I didn't. My sound cut out. You've got a site like Travala now. You can spend crypto to buy a plane ticket, so there's almost no excuse.
I've been doing it with Cheap Air. So, like, Cheap Air I've actually used
Yep.
since the first trip I've ever taken to go to my first Bitcoin conference, because all I had was Bitcoin and I wanted to take a flight to a conference. So I found Cheap Air and I booked my flight, booked my hotel, and if I wanted to, I probably could even have rented a car. So
Beautiful.
Cheap Air, Travala, and I think Excel Trip is like a blockchain version of these. I actually have some Excel tokens, and I can use their Excel app to book a flight with their tokens. And because I'm using their tokens, I get a pretty decent discount because of like different like partnerships on the back end. So I mean,
Mhm.
there's so many ways to use crypto, dude, and I try to like express that to people as much as possible. It's not 2016 or 17 anymore. You can use Bitcoin. There's a lot of ways to do it, and it's not just by cashing out to fiat and then using fiat. A lot of like wait,
Exactly.
you could shop for Uber Eats with Bit Refill and Bitcoin right now. Coin cards. You can get tons of different gift cards for Bitcoin. And I love that Fold is really killing it with the Lightning Network right now and trying to get people in on using Lightning to buy Domino's pizza.
Well, not only that, they're adding so many merchants to their platform on a daily basis. Granted, they switch some in and out, but I think they're going to have to do that. But their library of merchants is just going to get gigantic.
That's a good point too. Lolly's adding multiple partners and stuff like all the time. And what is the other one I like? I wanted to mention. Oh, Purse.io. Have you ever used that?
I've heard of Purse.io. I have not used it.
Do you shop on Amazon at all?
Yeah, I just bought something yesterday.
You could have saved 30%. Like
Are you
super,
shitting me?
yeah, easily. Like, and the more money you spend, the easier it is to save more. So like,
Okay,
if you're on
that's going
Amazon
on the
and you
hype.
spend like 2 grand, you could probably save 40%. Uh, it sounds like extortion. It kind of is in a sense. Like if you really know what's happening on the other end, like why you're getting such a discount. It's basically because people get stuck with Amazon gift cards, whatever the case may be, birthday presents, or I've actually come to discover developers actually get paid by legit name brand businesses by doing like overseas tech support with Amazon gift cards. That's their payment because of all the
Oh, wow.
currency issues, exchange rates, taxation. So like businesses like fucking Snapchat or Facebook, whatever, they'll pay their devs that work overseas like with or like with bounty type things with Amazon gift cards. So they
That's
need
rad.
local currency to pay for bills and stuff, and they're willing to buy Bitcoin with these gift cards at a 30% to 20 to 30% discount very easily, because that's just like anything else. Like if you have a gift card to Walmart, it's not worth the exact like amount. And maybe to vibe closer with my audience, maybe like if you got like $200 worth of food stamps, you can only get like $150 for it.
Yeah, yep. I know, man. Hey, man, I've actually lived in my vehicle before. I know the struggle.
Oh yeah, so you get it. And I posted that earlier with crypto.com coming out with the EBT debit card.
Oh,
Yo, stay tuned for the EBT coin, man, because that will happen. That'll probably be the
yep.
first government token. Will be some sort of like welfare, token or some kind of like welfare. It will be like a food stamps token. They'll
I
tokenize
could
food
see that.
stamps
Oh,
before they'll tokenize currency, like like government currency.
oh, Kryptonika's saying later. She says, "Catch us." She's
Wait,
losing her internet data.
I'm going to pick the winner, Nika, and I hope you win. All right, we got this. I'm on the screen right now.
All
Winner
right.
will be picked. Pick a winner.
Pick,
Do do
pick, pick, pick.
do 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 do. Waiting to pick. Go.
So
Yo,
with
yo, Herbal, you won, bro. You won, bro. Herbal won right there with the retweet, proof of retweet. You won, bro. And crypto, Nika, why don't you
nice.
go ahead and post your Bitcoin Cash receiving address, and I'll send you some BCH as a runner-up prize.
That's beautiful. I like that.
I want to win. Yep, but you got the runner-up prize, so I'll send you some Bitcoin Cash crypto, Nika. All you got to do is post your BCH
I mean, if you think about it,
address.
going backwards, so you could technically buy a card on Fold and then roll the fractions back onto Purse, possibly.
Can you buy Amazon gift card on Fold?
Yeah, you can buy up to $200, dude.
Then yes, then yes, you could
Nice.
arbitrage Amazon gift cards if that's what you were getting at.
Oh, fucking beautiful.
Isn't it, dude? And you know what's funny? Another platform that doesn't get enough love, but it's like probably one of the biggest ones for these use cases, which is I blame myself for not giving them any credit, bro. But here it is, okay? Paxful. Paxful's pretty damn dope, dude. I don't personally use Paxful, but I mean, so many people do, and Paxful is an amazing way to use crypto to spend it and just do things with it.
Nice. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. It's kind of like so the way wax ended up coming about is, you can sell skins on, you could earn wax tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like it.
I like Wax.io a lot too, man, because they came into the game from like a legacy industry and not some kind of like a pop up project, op skins, OP skins, or whatever you want to call it. They've been
Mm-hmm.
around with the in game assets forever, and they saw
Yeah,
a problem that blockchain solved and they incorporated it. They didn't create a problem out of thin air to then solve with technology that they knew existed. They had a problem that they saw this technology and they implemented it very beautifully. And I think what they're doing is so interesting with Wax. Like, I think Wax and Engine are going to surprise a lot of people. I think NFTs in general are going to surprise a lot of people. Like, if you thought the ICO market had a big boom, ICOs ain't going to have shit on NFTs, period. Like, NFTs are going to be like ICOs and security tokens all wrapped up into one amazing investment.
absolutely, absolutely, and it's going to benefit a lot of people. I mean, you've got devs like Pennycoin Jerry. He's a dev that is passionate about his coin, and devs struggle, man. There's a lot of devs that do it just because they love it.
Yep. Most of them, actually. I mean, that's why a lot of these industries are having a hard time, finding devs to hire. There's a sort of a drought. And that's, Ivan on Tech and Jimmy Song and a lot of these, coaches in the industry that produce blockchain developers. They're trying to, highlight that. Like, look, if you learn how to, speak this language, you could do very well for yourself in this industry, because of the supply and demand of you, the developer. So, I mean, as much as I invest in the Bitcoin, people are out there investing into the blockchain development knowledge, and they're they're mining sats with their fingertips, coding ones and zeros. So if you're a
Mhm.
developer for Java, you're a developer for HTML or whatever. I don't know what the hell people are coding on anymore. What, Python and shit. Like, you can easily get into things like Solidity or find blockchains that just utilize current languages.
Smiles, you can buy Amazon gift cards on the Fold app.
Yeah, Fold app. I see you, Smiles. Yo, that's who won. That's Herbal. Smiles is the winner of the Keep Key hardware wallet, by the way. So Smileys,
Nice.
you won, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you could buy Amazon. I actually funny because I just use Bitcoin on Amazon like through Purse, so I didn't actually have to look for that. I wanted to see like what else is on that Fold app because there was a plethora. Somebody asked, I think it was McLovin earlier. Somebody asked if I use the spend card or the Crypto.com card, and the reason I use BitPay is it asks the least amount of KYC information. All the other cards they require more information than I actually have, so I can't even submit the information they require, even if I had it or wanted to. I don't have like a utility bill in my name or proof of residence. I am, as far as the government knows, I'm homeless. I'm a digital nomad. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I live off of the charity of friends and family as far as the government's concerned, and I probably have a cardboard box with my name on it. So I can't get the crypto.com card or the spend card. I think I can get the
In
MetalPay
general.
card though. They actually reached out to me when I publicly said I had issues, and they asked me if I had a passport that was valid, and I was like, yes, I do have a valid passport, and they said that is all I need. So this week I'll be doing that, and I'm going to try to get my hands on that MetalPay card because I think what MetalPay is doing is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely a good group of people. They care about everybody and everything in crypto, and they want to make sure that that it benefits everyone.
Dude, do you see what you can buy on here? Like, you can go to 1-800-Flowers or Henry and David, or Harry and David, Harry and David, and you can spend Bitcoin. So Valentine's Day is coming up. You got Bed Bath and Beyond over here. Delta Airlines is on Fold. If you're
You got
traveling,
Burger King, dude.
yeah, I used that the other day. Actually, I was like, I'm gonna get. I think I was said I was gonna get like McDonald's or something. And I was like, I'm gonna get Burger King.
Yeah.
You got Starbucks, Target, TJ Maxx, and my favorite is definitely Uber and Uber Eats. Like that's I don't own a car, so I use Uber a lot, and I use Bitcoin for every Uber ride, which is a great way to sort of start a conversation with your Uber driver when like, hey, have you ever heard of Bitcoin? And they're like, oh, isn't that thing a scam? And I'm like, well, I used it to buy this ride, so yes and
See,
no.
and that's where the education needs to come about, and that's the more we talk about it. I talk about it every day, and even some of the guys that I work with have actually started. Well, they buy Bitcoin, so they've started buying Bitcoin just because of the conversations that we have at work. So
Yeah, we're
that's what it's going to take.
Yep, and I wish more people would do that. We got to be like the fucking the vegans of currency. Be the annoying friend that's constantly bringing up our clean diet of fiat versus crypto. Like I don't eat carbs. Well, I don't use fiat. We have to be that a Jehovah Witness to our family. Just annoy them into it.
That's right.
Unfortunately,
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Satoshi Nakamoto?
yeah. Let me preach the word of Shah 256. Come here and sit with me.
Let's here. I will hand you a copy of the white paper.
Oh, yes. See, that's what we need. Door to door crypto white paper delivery.
Well, and I wish the pocket white paper were not $10 a book. I wish that it was insanely inexpensive because I
I,
wouldn't.
I lost your audio there for a second.
Oh, am I back?
Yep.
Okay. No, I just wish that this the little pocket white paper weren't so expensive. If it were less expensive, say 5 or 10 cents, I would buy a stack of them myself and then hand them out when somebody asks. Because it's not as difficult to explain Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as most people make it out to be. It can
Right.
be definitely confusing until you get further down the rabbit hole and start to understand it.
Well, that's the difference between knowing something and understanding something, right? Like you could
Okay.
explain something to somebody to the point they know what you're saying, but they don't understand what you're saying or what it means, right? Like I could sit there and listen to a mechanic talk about a transmission and blah 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 blah. I hear words. I know what you're saying. I could probably dictate it verbatim, but that doesn't mean I understand what I just heard and what I know. And people have to come to those points of understanding on their own once you have given them that no. They have to go from knowing to understanding, kind of like a bird on flying out of the nest. You just kind of have to kick them out and say do your own research, and let them come to their own conclusions, because it's perspective. People aren't going to be able to understand something from an explanatory point of education, like going to college for 4 years versus working in the field for 4 years. It's totally different. You know how to do that job. Do you understand how that job is done, though? Oh, McLovin. Oh,
Yeah. Or
McLovin's in the chat. He mentioned a Lemon Coin commercial. Have you ever seen that?
no, I have not actually.
Oh, fuck, dude, it's so good. All right. It's a YouTube video. It's a little bit long. There's two versions, short one, long one, but it's basically a video on ERC20 token. Some guy makes a token that you got to buy
Oh,
lemonade.
yes, I have. I have seen that. I apologize. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
so there's two takeaways of that, man, because at the end of the video, this lemon coin is a success, and this delivery robot delivered lemonade to somebody who used an app to order lemonade with lemon coin, and it makes it like, oh, this actually joke's on you, lemon coin's amazing, but the vibe I get from it is like, wow, this is slavery with extra steps, like holy shit. Could you imagine if you went in the US years ago and had to use like Jersey currency, and when you went to Pennsylvania you had to convert it to Pennsylvania currency, and if you went to New York you had to get New York dollars, and I can't imagine having to deal with all these different types of currencies for all these different things like lemonade, milk, bread, eggs. I don't see it, man. Especially with the way that the ERC20 environment works with gas as fees. Like, I have to give you money just to give you money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got to spend money to give you money.
yeah.
So like now I'm paying more than the American Express transaction fee for the business instead of the business taking that transaction fee cut for me. It's like I'm not a huge fan
The
of
gas
that
fees went up
environment.
exponentially.
Right, right.
No,
Yeah, somebody said, "Is that kick token you tweeted about a pyramid scheme?" Yeah, bro, it's obviously a scam. Like it's
on the way
insanely
there.
obvious. Like, you totally don't even have to ask. It's insane that that coin is even a thing right now, and Coin Market Cap is just letting it slide all the way up to the top 20. That is disgusting. I've been watching this coin climb the charts all week, and it's just turning my stomach.
I saw that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's really crazy. And yeah, I just was like, I don't know why nobody else is talking about this scam. I am definitely not the one to like break it down because like I'm not that guy. But shit, I wish like Omar Bam or Wendio or somebody would jump in and rip it apart.
Hell yeah, man.
Especially because nobody can dump it and it's going up like 700% this week. And Coin Market Cap's just letting that slide with, circulating supply, market cap, volume, and everything. And it's just like clear market manipulation.
Yeah, well, and that's the downside. Coin Market Cap. A lot of people have. Or
I think I lost you again.
yeah, I'm still. I there we go. I'm back.
What were
Oh,
you saying about Coin Market Cap?
oh no, what I was trying to say was that Coin Market Cap, they have a lot of people's eyes and ears. They grab a lot of attention, which is why I ended up utilizing CoinGecko. I feel that it's just a new perspective. AI pulls the data is it seems a little bit cleaner and a little more honest.
I dig it. Yeah, I just followed them. I'm gonna check them out and probably bookmark them as my new like go-to for that stuff because I genuinely hate CoinMarketCap and I have never been a fan of them since I got into Bitcoin. Like the first day I went to their website, I could see the fucking bullshit that I know that they say. Oh, there goes my phone. I know they say, oh, we don't charge listing fees or anything like that, and they try to like come off like they're fucking saints of the space, but they took a lot of money from scammy ass projects like Genesis Mining, BitConnect, fuck, I think there's like Gladia Coin ads on their shit. Like you name a scam, it had an ad on CoinMarketCap, and CoinMarketCap had a referral link on the back end of that ad. So every time you clicked on a BitConnect ad on CoinMarketCap's website, you signed up. That was their referral link. CoinMarketCap
Oh
had a
God.
BitConnect referral link. They were like
Yep.
number one in the downline.
Well, the shitty thing about that is too, I have friends that knew that I was into Bitcoin, and they kept asking me about things like BitConnect, and I was like, no, don't touch that. I said, don't even touch that with somebody you hate's hands. Like that is not okay.
Why is it that people are way more, and I've had that vibe too, where people are more comfortable jumping into something risky when you tell them out loud that it's risky, it's a scam, and it's stupid, you will lose money. Some people make money, but everybody loses money. And they're just like, oh, well, maybe I could be one of those people. And then you try to explain Bitcoin to them and then they're just like, no. I think if we were just telling people, oh, Bitcoin's a scam, it's a Ponzi, you got to be first in, first out, buy low, sell high, they might be more inclined to fucking participate. I think that, like, you know what I'm saying? I think they're more
Yeah.
comfortable participating in an upfront scam than something they think is a scam that's not being upfront about it.
Well, I think it comes down to people see other people's excitement because those people are making, they want the fiat currency out of it, so they're making money off of it. So they're passionate about how many dollars they have. So they're pulling other people in with their vibrance or exuberance, their passion.
Right. I feel like I may have had that effect early on because I got really excited about my success in crypto. It was a total shock. So like I know I posted like, tweets and Instagrams about like my portfolio and stuff, and I had different results from doing that from people outside of my crypto, like my high school friends or family. Some people were intrigued and interested and were willing to participate, and then some people I think had that envious effect where they were just so envious of my success that it deterred them from participating because they held their success to my success's standards. You know what I mean? And
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I think that me saying like, "Oh, I got Bitcoin at $400 and it's worth $10,000 today." People are looking at that like, "Well, that's just a stupid risk for me to buy it." Then I'm not gonna. What? I'll wait for it to go down to $400 and get in when you did, or maybe even less. And I think that could be what's turning a lot of people off is like that price reflection of like when you get into where you're trying to get them in. It's a super
Hmm.
turn off. They feel like they're getting taken advantage of because you got it for this cheap. Why do they have to pay for it at this price? It doesn't seem fair.
Well, and a lot of people don't understand the true economic impact that inflation has, and to be able to understand, the limited rate of inflation, the fixed supply, they just simply don't understand that any government can inject any amount of dollars into their economy instantly.
Yeah, but isn't that what we want? I mean, that's exactly why Brexit happened. The most excitement that came out of Brexit, it was the fact that they can print their own money now to fuel their economy when it needs it in industries that are hurting that they can invest in, right? To make money back from doing that.
True, absolutely true. But it's unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not always going to be this way, but that's just the way it is now, and we have to work with it rather than I love the concept of disruption, but disruption too quick causes chaos, and chaos it doesn't beget evolution. It could
Correct.
it could be a demise of an industry, and we've sort of seen things come close to these demises because of technology and the way the industries didn't implement it correctly at first. Like, look at the entertainment industry. Fuck, bro. Tower Records to Napster to iTunes to iHeartRadio. Like, wow, this could have went a different direction because of the tools at hand, and it could still go in a different direction, still being very disrupted by tools like BitTorrent and just torrent streaming services. I think it's BTFS or whatever, the BitTorrent file system instead of the IPFS. Like, so like this technology is just about to be introduced to industries that are just being disrupted anyway. I'm
Hmm.
excited to
Well,
see what happens there.
yeah, I think it's up to the people that care to see the success, that care to see the curation, the proper curation of the space and the ecosystem to, and I used a faux pas word, but uh, to help usher in and just keep improving it. Make it easier, frictionless, less confusing.
And that self incentive is there. Like these developers obviously have or are involved in crypto, so they're incentivized to make it easier to use, make the experience easier, make it easier to build on. Like the Bitcoin Core developers are incentivized to keep building Bitcoin to be better and more friendly because the more people that can use it, the more their investments are worth over time. So that self incentivizing method is great. And I thought what Bitcoin Cash tried to do with their miner tax to reward developers was great. And the whole world was like, taxation is theft. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you call a transaction fee, you piece of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the first fucking
Yeah.
time I heard about Bitcoin, bro, they were like, oh, it's free to send anything anywhere in the world. It's totally, there's no middleman. It's this and that. And I'm like, I get into Bitcoin. I'm like, wait, this miner is definitely a fucking middleman. I don't know if you know what the word middleman means, but that dude in between you and me that just approved that transaction, that's a fucking middleman. And he took a transaction fee. That's a tax. That miner got
Mhm.
rewarded for participating. I always thought that ever since I got into Bitcoin, that it would have been much more fair to see developer rewards in it as well.
Oh yeah, I hate to say it, they have to be paid because they have to survive as well. I
Yeah,
don't hate to say it, actually. It's the God's honest truth.
Yeah, especially for like, Bitcoin core developers, it's I think Bobby Lee and stuff, wasn't it Bobby Lee that tried to run the Bitcoin Foundation back in the day?
I believe so. Yes.
Somebody in the audience is going to correct me, probably 3D, but I think it
Well,
was. And now we don't have a Bitcoin Foundation, so the developers. I feel like Bitcoin Core could be a lot farther if the developers were rewarded for their contributions, just like miners were.
well, and that's where you had the forks, BCH and BSV. You've got LTC, people doing kind of their own thing, but still maybe possibly working towards the same goal, just different visions of how to get there.
Yeah, I fell in love with forks, man. The more that happened, the more I fell in love with them. And I know the first one had me like, oh, I hate forks. Bitcoin Cash is a scam. This, that, and the other. And I think if I could go back in time, I would have made my opinion more clear. Like their marketing tactics were the scam. Calling BCH Bitcoin Core on the Bitcoin.com wallet was a scam, and
Yeah.
there was a class action lawsuit filed for that. Bitcoin.com basically suffocated with lawyer money. The people that were affected couldn't afford to push the class action, but nonetheless, it was a scam. People were scammed by that. So, I've been using BCH more, and I've been trolling a couple of my maximalist friends because like everyone's like Bitcoin's 10,000. I'm like, yeah, but in the same time period, Bitcoin catches up about 100% to your Bitcoin being up 30. Just
Hmm.
for the record, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you go back to which one is easier to spend instantly
Yeah, Bitcoin
without waiting
Cash.
for confirmations.
Bitcoin Cash is so easy, bro. It's annoying. I'm so mad. Why can't
No,
Bitcoin
you're
be this
absolutely
easy?
right.
Why can't Bitcoin
You're
be this easy, bro?
well, there's many reasons behind it, but yeah, it's beautiful to see the what other minds create and just how it comes about.
Yeah, and they're all fallback plans. Like if BTC fucks up, which it has twice, and thanks to Bitcoin Cash developers, those bugs were fixed before shit hit the fucking proverbial fan. But Bitcoin Core fucked up twice in the past like 2 years that I'm aware of, and there was more. There was definitely more. Like early on, there was a bug in Bitcoin where like you could have mined a bajillion Bitcoin. So don't get me
Hmm.
all started with Bitcoin ain't perfect because it sure as fuck is anything but perfect.
I've actually come across a couple bugs myself that I know of only two other people that actually know about them. And I my whole thing with BTC Core, I've kind of got an issue with the elitism behind some stuff.
Hmm. It broke up there.
Oh, that's okay. um, I with yeah, I don't know which part you did or didn't hear, but anyway.
I didn't hear the last part of the sentence. I heard, like I was part of and it cut off.
Uh, well, anyway, yeah, you heard the part about the bug, okay? And my whole thing is the elitism of some of these groups of people. Um, as somebody with a coding background, I've tried to read some things and recommend some things, only to be shunned by a large number of these groups. So
Well, no one
the
likes to
elitism
be
needs
told they fucked up, man. No one likes getting red penned.
No, no, not at all. And it's not, it's not waving a flag or putting it in someone's face. It was more of a, hey, this is an issue. There's a bug here. You guys may want to look at it, and getting told I'm, not being helpful. So
Well,
it
we've
was
all
kind of a
seen what
turnoff.
happens when projects don't listen to people outside of their space when they say there's something wrong with your shit. The first
Yeah.
time I saw that happen at firsthand experience was with the Ethereum DAO hack. There was
Yep.
people warning about this for fucking weeks, bro. Weeks. And nobody gave a shit because there was outside information from like, the box that the people were in that were doing this, and they eventually it was found out by people that were nefarious, and it was exploited. And I was hoping maybe blockchains would listen, but I've seen similar situations where people come in and say, hey, there's an issue, and maybe a week or two down the road, somebody comes across and is like, they found out about it from inside. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at this thing I found. And like, yeah, somebody came to you with this, but okay, pat
Yeah,
yourself on the back, fix it real quick. Thank you.
exactly, exactly. And that's all most of us want. We want to see these holes patched up. We want to see the bleeds stop.
Right, and that's why Bitcoin Cash developers try to save Bitcoin Core's ass. If anything were to happen to BTC, it would set back the entire industry 11 years in a day.
Yep.
Whatever hasn't failed yet has to last longer than Bitcoin plus 1 day in order to break even on market sentiment. So every blockchain that exists is incentivized to make sure Bitcoin doesn't get fucked.
Exactly, exactly. And thank God you have the people who did branch away are passionate. And even the people that are still in the BTC Core group, they're passionate about what they do. They
Yep.
want to see it succeed. So to have those different perspectives working in their uh, respective groups, it's good for the crypto space as a whole.
Right. So I wonder like what your thoughts are on like proof of work versus proof of stake, and maybe even throw that into like industries like gaming, because I'm curious like what your thoughts are when it comes to like these games making it possible to have like a master node. So like you have Clash of Clans master node or something, and you get in-game resources or currencies that you can spend, or proof of staking, or a coin as proof. So like just curious, like all these different types of tokenization opportunities that exist, different ways they could be implemented into the gaming world. I mean, I could see it possible where one game could actually utilize all the technologies, a proof of work currency, a proof of stake currency, where they have like a master node of some sort, or scarcity of asset through like a mining participation of verifying that, like to secure the network of the game. And I don't know, man. Like I'm just curious, like what blockchain method do you think may actually see more mainstream adoption for these use cases?
Well, for gaming, I would kind of see I would definitely see proof of stake with master nodes. Look at something like well, so proof of stake would be better for gaming as a whole, because if you had a master node that actually controlled all of those NFTs or all of those actual tokens for that game specifically, then uh, you would be able to keep your ecosystem running. You would be able to inject new funds from that back into your game. Whereas proof of work, it could function because you've got something like Komodo or KMD. It's a
Yes.
delayed proof of work. You've got the ability to, oh shit, this happened. We need to stop something for a second and then fix it real quick while it's still rolling forward.
Yeah, I think Komodo is actually really interesting. I got a chance to interview them in Vegas at World Crypto Con. I have that interview up on my YouTube channel. I got to do that interview with Rice Crypto, and Komodo is they were in, to put it this way, Komodo was in the mining room. I thought that was like the
Nice.
funniest place to run into them. Was like, there's like Bitmain, AntShares, whatever, all these mining companies, and Komodo. And I was just like, yes.
Well, with Komodo actually having their notary node program, that's awesome. It's beautiful. They reward the people that have a notary node, but the only way you can become a notary node is if you're voted into the network, into the system.
Yeah, I think that that's a unique application for gaming as opposed to like other blockchain solutions. But like I said, I think that a lot of these things, if they're going to succeed, they're going to use all of them, not just one. It's not just going to be like,
Yeah.
and Splinterlands, that you can see the poster behind me, dude. They were one of the first blockchain
Yep.
games to be cross blockchain or cross platform, if you want to call it like a platform. But they were built on Steam, and now they're built on Steam and Tron, and their in-game asset can be switched between either or very easily in their game. And the in-game assets are tokenized on both blockchains. They have like Tron card, and it's just so cool to see these games utilizing more than just one blockchain. I'm waiting for them to implement more than just like one protocol layer too.
Hmm. Well, and actually, 3D asked a question a second ago, and I can't even remember what it was. It came across the screen, and I was thinking about
When
it.
do we start using miners to perform higher network actions like provide a form of internet line for off-chain secure transactions or transfers?
So that's actually wow. I'm so I put a little bit of thought to that, which is kind of weird. In order to actually have that function, in my opinion, you would have to it basically interweaving of chains. You would have to be able to roll in and out of different chains at different times. And I'm not talking just one or two or three chains. I'm talking, let's say 10 chains.
Sounds like you're talking about Zap protocol bonding
There you go.
curves.
There you go. I've heard a lot of people talk about something, a protocol that doesn't exist. It's definitely hypothetical, but it's like all of the chains together,
Yeah,
being able
Oracle, right, or
to.
something to that effect.
I've heard it called probably Atlantis protocol, but that may have actually been, yeah,
3D
that may have
says
kind of been.
chain bridges.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could see that happening. But wow, that kind of, I'm getting a little bit off topic, off base
Well,
there.
well, we can go into McLovin had a comment that I actually vibe with, and I wanted to see what you think before I interject here. But he says, utilization of smart contracts will also help mass adoption.
I could see how that could be true.
I don't. I'm,
Well,
I'm so
if
happy we have a difference of opinion. But no, like seriously,
well,
I don't believe when you say mass adoption, McLovin, you got to think of like everybody using it. I think that's not going to be the case for smart contracts, unfortunately.
no, no, you're not going to get normies wanting to utilize a smart contract
Not even
for.
wanting to. I just don't think that normies will have smart contracts for their property titles or the deed to their house or their car or like the healthcare on the blockchain shit. I don't see
It's a
that
little
happening.
overcomplicated.
Yeah, you're adding extra steps to things that just aren't going to make things better. It's just going to make them worse with better technology.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, and it'll just end up confusing people.
It wouldn't give guaranteed delivery of services, McLovin. Unfortunately, that's not the case. We saw this happen with the Dell. So smart contracts
Yeah,
don't always equal guaranteed nothing. It's unfortunate, but a contract's still a contract, and we have supply chain issues with garbage in, garbage out data. So you start putting fucking these things on smart contracts. You have some asshole that puts a fucking date in that contract wrong, and now funds are frozen till the year 3021 instead of 2021.
fat fingering things is
Yep.
not good.
Nah, and I think that's why and that's not think I know that's why I'm a big fan of unstoppable domains and things like that. Where I think if you want to see smart contracts become more adopted, it's not going to be using public addresses for calling if this then that type of protocols. They're going to be using more of a username domain style, so it can be easily checked for security purposes. Probably have an AI built into the smart contract writer, so when you type in like kenbozak.crypto, that will automatically be like, yes, that's a verified blah 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 Ethereum name service or something even to that effect. But I
See,
don't
I
think
need
it
to
will be
get into
public address.
Unstoppable Web.
Check. Do you have an ENS like Ethereum name service domain? Because
No, I do
I
not.
recommend start there. I got one.
Okay.
It was pretty easy. Just Ethereum name service ENS, and then from there I got my unstoppable domain and other things. But I think like that is what will beget the possibility for smart contracts to become mass adopted, if ever. Microwaves are mass adopted, cars mass adopted, the smartphone mass adopted, but I don't think you could say like any kind of contract, in general is mass adopted. It's very unique to the industry of the type of contract, right? So it's gonna. I don't. I see too many issues happening with smart contracts than not. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't. And if
Yeah.
they are smart, they ain't decentralized. They will be very, very centralized.
Yeah, and then you're going to need somebody that's on the ball, on their game all the time. Like, say, a stockbroker messed up. I want to buy 10 stocks of this. Okay, well, and I apologize for going into stocks, but I want to buy 10 stocks of this or 10 shares of this stock. Oh shit, you're buying 100. You're locked into that price. You owe me the money. You're kind of fucked.
Yeah, Crypto Net Worth says float comments work, but the live doesn't. Yeah, I know. I tried to fix it, but that is the cool thing, though. That the float chat is always there. It's almost like a public Discord group chat. So my float chat room is like always open and available. You can always come in and chat inside there, and I'll open it up and I'll see the messages even if I wasn't there at the time. You can just go ahead, drop a comment on float.app in the chat room, and when I do go live, I'll see it at that time because it doesn't like reset, it doesn't erase, so it's pretty cool.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Your NFT is $4 sub on Float. Yes, it is. So if you subscribe to me on Float, you can get an NFT. All you have to do is there's a post on Float that you can only see and only interact with if you're a subscribed member. So if you are subscribed for $4, you actually go to my Float account. You can look at my paid posts, and there'll be a message on Float that only paid members can see, and that's where you can post your Ethereum ERC 721 non-fungible receiving address, and I will send you a Ken Bozak NFT.
Beautiful. See, I still need to do that because I did that. I need to finish that up.
Yeah, dude, claim your NFT, bro. I actually.
Nice.
I actually started making physical swag on Teespring, and I'm trying to figure out how I could do proof of purchase from Teespring, and then like when people so people that purchase through my Teespring, I think are able to send me a message after they purchase. So once they purchase it, they could then send me a message with the receipt of proof of purchase with their Ethereum address, and then I could send them the NFT for buying physical swag.
That's rad. That actually like that expedites the whole process too.
Yep.
McLovin just subscribe sub for 420. Nice.
McLovin, my bro, much appreciated. Crypto Network says Crypto Stash created fairpick.io. Yes, he did, and yes, it is awesome. I just wish maybe it knew what fucking like time zone I was in. That would be cool. I don't feel like it should be that difficult for a platform to know what time zone I'm in.
It definitely should not.
All right, Smiley says, tell Robert that Guardia Wallet, I think Gordia Wallet, has an AMM with unstoppable domains on Telegram for a free domain and a chance to win ETH. Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. That's right. So I did see that wallet. I just followed them actually to support what they're doing with that. So yeah, dude, if you want to get a free unstoppable domain, which are like 40 fucking dollars, which it sounds like a lot, but it's actually probably less than what I paid for my Ethereum name service domain, to be honest. And it's definitely less than what I paid for kenbozak.com from GoDaddy. So it is
Dude,
within reason as a service, a product of a service.
dude, I own so many domain names. What's one more? Shit.
Facts. I actually own TravonJames.eth and CraigGrant.eth. When they were
I'm
doing
sorry.
the yeah, dude, when they were doing the BitConnect stuff, I bought their domains for Ethereum name service, and I told them I'll sell it to you for 1 Bitcoin.
Did they take you up on it or no?
They offered me a different offer, so I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I was the kind of person that was calling BitConnect out as a scam since like day one, and I actually invested in it and tracked my losses while everybody else was tracking their gains with the 40% a month. I was showing people how I was losing money while making money. Yes, I made fiat, but I lost so many satoshis. I will never get back the amount of sats I invested. And I
Uh,
made this all public. I made plenty of YouTube videos showing people like, look, Bitcoin's up 100%, but this month I only made 40%. Technically, I'm down 60%. Yay, BitConnect. So Craig
hmm.
Grant actually offered me 2 Bitcoin to take down all the videos and to stop calling it a scam. And I said I would. And then he paid me, and then I didn't. And then And then I woke up 24 hours later, and everything I had on the internet was hacked and stolen from me. Somebody,
Oh,
potentially Craig, put out a 2 Bitcoin bounty on the deep web to have me digitally assassinated. So I lost my Twitter, Facebook. I lost MySpace, Google Drive, Dropbox, fucking AOL email account.
wow.
I lost everything within 24 hours because of that, which was insane.
Wow. Yeah, I've been DDoSed myself. I know how nasty it gets.
Bro, I woke up and my phone was factory reset. Like, what?
Oh,
What? Like, I looked at my phone to get the time because my alarm didn't go off, and I'm looking at my phone, and it's just like that default screen, log into Google type thing with like your first opening an Android phone. I'm just like, my heart just dropped, bro, and I went right to the computer, and I was locked out of everything. Like, it was a
yeah,
nightmare.
that would be an empty feeling for sure. Oh shit, man.
McLovin says he wants the Guardia info.
Yeah, throw that up. But no, I was shit. I think it was during the bull market of 2017. I lost thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Dude, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, for
Oh
real,
fuck.
for really
Yeah.
real, bro. Like, there's still that post on my Instagram. It exists to this day to remind me how fucking stupid I am. But
Oh, I got fished. It sucked.
I
It fucking sucked,
I
man.
lost everything on my Exodus wallet when I got hacked, and I had
Oh
to basically
fuck.
start from scratch after that, which sucked. But big shout out to Bitcoin Ben. He
Yes.
was really there to help support me after I got hacked because it was a nightmare, dude. Like, I lost everything I owned, and I'm still not even close to where I used to be financially before I got hacked. But I don't really dwell on it too much. It's not like I'm
No.
hurting, but I definitely don't have those 6 figures anymore, and probably never will see them again.
Oh, you'll get back there, man. You'll get
Well,
back there.
it
I
depends. Right, like, I spend Bitcoin, right? So like, everyone, like, I love how, like, people are like, "Oh, you've been in Bitcoin forever, you must be rich," and I'm like, no, I didn't start off rich. I worked a 9 to 5. It's not like I was a business owner when I got into Bitcoin. I was an employee. I was
Yep.
making minimum wage ish for the industry I was in, and it wasn't enough to really get me to that point. And then I quit my day job, and I literally started living off of my portfolio. I spent the Bitcoin that I bought before I quit my job. These past 2 years I've been unemployed. I've been living off of the land that is Bitcoin.
See, and that's the beautiful thing about it. That is the shining example of what somebody can do in this space. If I see a company that I truly want to support, like say Euclid and Mystical Oaks, I bought some of their pralines. They were fucking delicious.
Oh my god, I was so jelly when I saw those go out, and I wasn't home at the time, so I couldn't even like order them. But like, yeah, I love Yuki, love Goddess. Fuck, dude, we had so much fun together when I met them in Vegas, and memories for life, dude.
Oh yeah. See, and I'm getting to the point where I will probably be traveling to more events. I've been very closed doored for a long time because of my whole business debacle. I had a facility that I was trying to build up, and then I ended up getting sued by the building owner. So
Oh fuck,
uh,
dude, lawsuits ain't fun.
no, it ended up not coming about. I had to obtain an attorney, and my attorney basically told me, basically put my tail between my legs and take it in stride that I could move on.
Yeah, and this is where somebody out there is gonna say smart contracts fix this, and no, they don't. They just
No,
don't fix this, guys. It's uh like, especially like legal document smart contracts and things like intellectual property law and all that. I don't see it happening. I'm the biggest fan of blockchain there is, guys. I really fucking am. I just think that I got over the fever dream of seeing it encompass everything. Like, yeah, yes, the internet has touched damn near it has. I mean, if you bought a banana today, that banana somehow touched the internet. And if it was like a Google Docs sheet that was sent from the shipper manufacturer to the truck driver to the produce store that received it, yeah, sure, of course, it utilized the internet. I just don't see that same banana utilizing blockchain just because blockchain, just because I don't, until we have maybe better IoT physical devices that can replace the humans that interject in between the smart contracts.
Hmm.
So like machines don't fucking lie. Or if there's something wrong with that machine, it can be audited to the circuit level or the protocol level. So I think
But
that,
it's only as honest as the person doing the auditing.
or it's only as honest as the person who fucking coded it.
There you go. Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
it's still a person at the end that could have fucked up that smart contract or could maliciously attack it or whatever the case may be. I think
Backdoor the
I
hell out of it.
yeah, yeah, and the smart contracts that will be quote unquote mass adopted will be generated by AI. Like there will be
Hmm.
an AI. Google will probably fucking create that shit, and this AI will look at all the potential coding applications, and it will produce a smart contract to the need just by using its AI brain. And that's because if anything were to go wrong, it wouldn't be human error. It would be AI, artificial error, different blame, different insurance, different everything like that. So, and then again, even at the end of the day, it's fucking people who made the AI. So, good luck getting away
Yep.
from people and human error.
Which is something that we shouldn't wish, though, because I mean, I'm definitely going to go a little out in left field. Terminator, come on.
Yo, Bitcoin Jake said, bro, someone just won another $50 on Satoshi Quest. What?
Fuck.
Dude, my nephew was actually asking. All right, so here's the deal, Jake. I did buy a new computer. I will have it this week. I already bought it. It's a water cooled T900 Terminator. I don't know exactly what the fuck it's called, but it has a lot of cool numbers and letters in the computer's name, and it's water cooled and it has lights and it looks cool. And I don't know
Yeah.
shit about that. I can fix the computer. I cannot build the computer. That's the difference between knowing and understanding that we were talking about earlier. I know
Yep.
how to fucking work a computer. I don't understand how it works though.
I'm stoked that you're actually getting a badass gaming rig, though.
Dude, I am like badass. Like we're talking badass, bro. My buddy was just testing out like the same specs on his, and he was gaming 1080p, 60 frames a second, and was streaming on Twitch with zero like latency. So I'm really
Nice.
excited to start actually being able to play a video game and stream at the same time. It's this Mac has made that impossible, and I'm looking forward to it, dude. There's so many like I wanted to play Road Warriors or whatever it's called and like Gods Unchained and all these other different type of games on my computer. Like Bitcoin Jake and me were trying to play Minecraft and my computer just couldn't handle Minecraft. Like what the fuck?
Damn.
And it's a
So
$5,000 Mac, by the way.
Jesus, man, that's bullshit right there. It should be able to play it. I mean, you can get a Linux system with the GPU that can play most AAA titles. Why the hell can't a $5,000 Mac play them?
8 gigs of RAM, i5.
Yeah, it's you should still be able to at least play Minecraft.
Right. Well, I think I could if I wasn't trying to stream. I think that's where it became an issue, streaming and playing. But it,
I
yeah,
I actually logged in. I was trying to watch you, so
yeah. My nephew's definitely gonna get in on this game, and I'm gonna make him give me like 10% of all the Bitcoin he finds for using my computer. It's a fair fee,
yeah.
okay, nephew or not. He has to learn that taxes exist. Not all
Yep.
taxation is theft, guys. Like I get it. I'm an anarchist. Not all taxation is theft. And that's why I don't kick my feet up in the air about Bitcoin transaction fees. It is the truest form of taxation through representation that could ever exist, ever. So
Hmm.
transaction fees are a justifiable tax. Just like I don't believe in income tax, but I do believe in sales tax. I know how it strengthens a local economy and X, Y, and Z, and I get it. And shit, dude, I am even a fan of the sugar tax that Pennsylvania issued. Now, like, if you want to buy a soda, it's like, it's not cheap, but it's to incentivize people to stop fucking doing it.
Oh yeah, man. I could definitely have helped. I mean, I wouldn't be type 2 diabetic if I would have done that shit, paid attention to stuff.
Dude, I'm so proud of you, Bitcoin Jake, bro. I mean, seriously, the moment I saw him tweet out about the Minecraft Bitcoin server, I saw, how like the potential behind it, and then I saw that he's getting recognition from like Cointelegraph and other outlets, and
Dude,
I,
I'm gonna log into that thing.
It has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. You're talking about, these pay and fold and lolly things, man. They ain't
Yep.
got shit on Minecraft being able to give kids Bitcoin through fucking playing a game. Like, you want to talk about mass adoption? What Bitcoin Jake did for Minecraft and Bitcoin, that we need more of that shit if you want mass adoption.
So Bitcoin Jake and Ken, I mean, if you guys want somebody with a really insanely fast connection, obviously not where I'm at. I mean, I've got 5 millisecond ping all up and down the West Coast. I mean, if you guys wanted, I could set you a server up for free.
Oh, see, I was talking to my buddy Jerome about that. I think my buddy Jerome's trying to set up a server that we can utilize for streaming because of, the issues at hand.
Nice.
Oh,
Well,
crypto
so
net worth? Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I'll show you some love on Somi. Do me a favor. Can you tag me on Twitter and post a link to your Somi? Like, just like so I can see it. Bitcoin Jake says, I need a better server. Had over 100 players create Bitcoin wallets in game. Yeah, he was having issues with overloading his server. So if you want to help out Bitcoin Jake with his Minecraft server, that would be great. Because right now he's having issues where there's too many people that want to play, and he actually has to limit the amount of people that can actually participate.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I have insane upload and download. I actually have I have more than one connection. So
Oh shit, crypto net
uh,
worth. You're Sound Genie. What the fuck, bro? Your SEO sucks. All right, I'm here. I'm here. I'm looking at your SoMe now. All right, cool, cool, cool. I have it up so I don't forget. Let me put it up on the screen. I'll show. Oh no, I can't. I have to log in. I love that you can log in with Civic on SoMe. By the way, bro, I've been using Civic forever.
yeah, I have a Civic account. I haven't really utilized it.
All right, so I have this up, but I think I have to get this one up. There it
Yeah,
is,
another thing
and
about
upvote.
Civic I like is the what did they had a beer vending machine in Vegas like 2 years ago or something.
Yes, and I got to no, that was New York City,
Oh,
and
okay.
I got to actually get a beer with the Civic wallet, which was really cool. I had to give them the KYC obviously, so they got like a copy of my driver's license and other information. But the
Oh
vending
yeah.
machine, when the vending machine asked me for what information it could have, the only information I allowed the vending machine to see was my birthday. So it didn't know my name, it didn't know, my ethnicity, anything, right? Didn't know if I was an organ donor or what. It just knew that my approved identification said that I was of age, and it gave me a beer. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I think that's really cool. And you know, I think that the potential obviously isn't so much for alcohol vending machines as it is for cannabis vending machines, especially for like
Yeah,
medical vending machines for dispensaries. They could have a dispensary machine, hanging out of a dispensary. So when they're out of business hours, you can stop by and get your prescription just by sending your civic information, and you don't have to worry about the transaction data having too much information or anything. It's just, yep, this is you. Here's your medicine.
or even I mean, even if it's not a medical facility, say you live in a state where it's legal, a vending machine could, sell to consumers in general. And then if you had your medical card, because most facilities give you a deep discount, you would end up getting a deep discount at the machine as well.
Yep, I can see this at airports. You know what I mean? Like that level
Yeah.
of environment, because they're selling CBD vape pens and everything now. And I remember maybe 2 years ago, people getting arrested for having CBD products in an airport going through security, and now you can buy CBD products in the airport.
Speaking of which, hold on. This, I got to get my little CBD going on right here.
Oh, and look, I posted this on SoMe earlier, guys. I'm putting it on screen for you to see. So I posted this on SoMe at 11 a.m. and it is about 8 p.m. Holy shit, we've been live streaming for 2 hours. I did not fucking realize that time flew by. Thanks everybody for staying tuned in. And wow, my bad, Robert. I did not realize I kidnapped you for this long. But I made
Oh,
$13
you're good, brother.
on one post on SoMe in half a
Fuck
day.
yeah. Damn, dude. See, I'm definitely a fan of the microdosing, like you're talking about. So I don't drink because of personal reasons.
Very
I'm
same.
one of those people. Well,
Same.
I'm one of those people. I become a complete total not pleasant person to be around. Uh, and I ended up actually microdosing in order to break myself of the habit. And then when I was done microdosing, I just stopped that.
Mm.
I mean, so now I'm, 3 years. I mean, it helped.
I think a common misconception about microdosing, especially like psilocybin mushrooms, is people think they have to be in a already in a good state of mind, or already be happy go lucky, or be, they have to be ready for it or something. They have to, already be where they want to get. And I think that they missed the point that if you're not feeling good, if you are a little bit depressed, that a microdose isn't going to set you into a bad trip. It will get you to
Exactly.
that point to where you feel like that's where you want it to be before you even started the journey. So like a lot of people, I think, they're like, well, I have too much negative energy in my life right now, or too much on my mind that I'm dwelling over, and I don't want to get fixated on it or stuck and have a bad trip. And if you're having that moment where you think you're in a place in your life with so much anxiety and stress that you would have a bad trip, the truth is you probably need the trip.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I also love the fact that states are decriminalizing it, or at least looking at
Yeah, shout out to Denver,
decriminalizing it.
man. Shout out to Denver. I heard they have
Absolutely.
recreational psilocybin coming soon.
That's rad.
Canada as a nation is working on it as well.
I, Oregon is the second state looking at it right now.
You know why they're starting to do this, right? because
Um,
because pharmaceutical companies have now patented fucking psilocybin strains, bro.
I
So
didn't realize that actually. I
so
didn't know
so
that.
now drug companies own specific types of fucking mushrooms, and they have patents
Oh,
on their implementations for specific use cases. So if there is a strain of mushroom that helps with depression, I'm sure fucking Xanax probably owns that shit. Uh, and they needed to get their ducks in the row the same way that the financial institutions of fiat need to get in their ducks in a row with crypto, right, before they allow it to
yep.
be mass adopted, to take place. So it's unfortunate that that's, I mean, it happened with cannabis too. I mean, look what happened with like Gorilla Glue. A lot of people don't realize
Hmm.
why they call it GG instead of Gorilla Glue is because of intellectual property law, and Gorilla Glue suing Gorilla Glue for using the name, even though there's like what, a bajillion different companies that will call themselves like Total. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
Total.com. It could be like 70 different businesses that currently exist within different industries where the names overlap. But God forbid you have Skittles for a cannabis brand, you will be sued. And next thing you know, Skittles, owns your THC strain through a lawsuit.
Or GSC, Girl Scout cookies.
Oh God, oh man, yeah, you can't say that anymore. You can't walk into a dispensary and ask for Girl Scout cookies. They'll tell you they don't have it, and I don't even think they'll point to the GSC. Like they'll just tell you, oh, we don't have it, because they don't want to
Yep.
get sued.
Exactly. Exactly.
Will magic truffles be coming soon to the USA? Absolutely, guaranteed, without a doubt. Facts, like 100. And I'm telling you, because of the pharmaceutical companies getting in on this action, uh, the fact that you can over the counter basically recreationally sell cannabis, and you can't do that with like fucking Viagra or Xanax and shit. Like, I was prescribed, and most people can Google this shit. This was an insane drug. I was prescribed Seroquel for depression and anxiety, and that shit fucked me up. Like, it made life so much worse than better. And it was like, just keep taking the medicine, it'll work. Things are getting worse, doc. He's like, here, let me up the dose. And it just, shit's really getting worse. And like, all right, well, let me up the dose again. And it was never getting to the point of better until I decided to as a young adult experiment on other remedies. And that's where I really started getting into like cannabis. It was like, I knew people were doing this outside of recreational use. Let me
Hmm.
see if I can be more responsible with my consumption of it, and see if it will help me rather than make things worse. And It helps if you do things right, and I've seen it hurt. It definitely has hurt me. I went way too far. My followers have seen, like, last year, my birthday in Vegas. I went way too hard in the paint. I consumed probably like two 2,000 milligrams of THC a day for like a week straight.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
well, I mean edibles,
Oh, that's right.
and there's
I did actually see that.
you can drink THC now. So I was drinking 500 milligrams while smoking like dabbed, moon rocks and shit, and I had like a serotonin crash, and I didn't realize what was happening. I was in such a weird state of depression after coming back from an amazing conference, having an amazing birthday. Just like everything was great, but I didn't feel great. And it was because I was going through like a serotonin withdrawal where my body was just so used to me, artificially triggering serotonin release that for like a week my body was used to it, and it went through a withdrawal from not getting it, and I just started being sad for no reason. So I've seen how to from firsthand how to use it correctly and incorrectly, and the pharmaceutical companies, they're loving the fact that it's recreational and medical and over the counter. So you don't need a prescription to go and get their new drugs. You can just go get your fucking Xanax in herbal form. Just got to be of age.
That's it, man. Yeah, it's kind of a I believe I enjoy the fact that they're willing to be a little bit more open-minded about it instead of thinking everybody's just a bunch of degenerates.
Well, it's also a lot of independent research, right? Because like even mainstream industries can't really research cannabis right now, or like psilocybin. It's all independent studies that are done because of all like the regulations on it. It's like Schedule 1 narcotics. It almost prevents any kind of scientific investigation into any pharmaceutical principles. So a lot of the people that are getting in on this are those that were small enough to do these experiments and studies under the radar. So like there's a whole paradigm shift happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to have people's mindsets altered, and not altered, but definitely open their eyes to the good in the things.
Oh, Crypto Net Worth said, quick update about Fairpick. It doesn't have an option required joining Discord. Yeah, reach out to Crypto Stash, man. That would be cool requirement. I'm sure he could add multiple types of requirements. The issue is, I would imagine, the API that would pull the data that would verify these requirements. So I don't know if there is an API that Discord has available for people to plug into something that would be able to say, does this username have access to this account? If so, like that communication is a language barrier that happens outside of blockchain, and it's going to happen way more inside of blockchain, where platforms can't communicate information between each other without those blockchain, bridges that we were talking about earlier.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely needed, and it's hopefully gonna happen sooner than later.
Well, there's an incentive, like we mentioned earlier. It's all self-incentive by everybody involved. The developers that are hodling whatever currency they're working on are incentivized to build it better, make it faster, make it more user-friendly and adoptable than ever, because the moment it is, their bags are worth more. So they're incentivized to make it better and more user-friendly. It's just, I think, us as end users, me myself, I'm not speaking to you, you're more of a developer, but like people that don't develop and are just end users or speculators, traders, and investors got to stop cracking the whip on developers and demanding Bitcoin be great now, or X, Y, and Z blockchain be what it's supposed to be when it's fine. Like everybody wants to just skip the growing pains and be a finalized project, and I don't think people realize that none of these blockchains are ever going to meet finalized project result. Like Bitcoin has to get to 2140 just to get to close to that point, right? So
Yep.
looking at Bitcoin today and saying, oh well, it's you should have this, you should be able to do that, and it's all in good time. I mean, when I first got the internet and I had to be plugged into a phone line, and my mom needed me to get off the internet to make a phone call, I was like, the internet sucks. No one's going to use this shit. Like, it's so fucking dumb. Who would buy a computer and then pay a phone bill to not be able to use their phone while they're on the computer? It makes no sense.
Well, not only that, you had to get an ISP account then on top of that. So you're paying for the computer, you're paying for the phone bill and the ISP.
That's why everybody loved AOL, and they didn't even know why they loved AOL. They like nobody understood the bill that AOL was footing to give you that intranet experience of what the internet was outside of that.
Well, all the script kiddies, they love sending those photos, those ASCII photos.
Yeah, I was probably like 10 years old setting up my friends' families' computers with those AOL discs. Like, I was always an on-ramper, and that's why I'm so comfortable doing it now in this space. Like, I was an on-ramper for like computers and internet when I was 10, and when cell phones started to really become popular, I was like 13, 14, and I was able to like get like root access to these smartphones, or not even smartphones, there were cell phones at the time, and able to
Yep.
program ringtones for people before they were even options. So like, I would be in middle school or high school, it was still middle school before I was like 14, and people would pay me like $5 to make their ringtone a clip of their favorite song because it wasn't possible. And people like me doing that service inspired motherfucking ringtones to actually exist, like Zanga or whatever. Like, that
Yep.
they only became a company because they saw how much money people like me were making by doing such a simple service. And that's why I have faith in this space. It will grow, and it will have all these things that we want to see today, just eventually. Just we got
Yes,
to
it
be
will.
patient, and we have to accept the things that we have for what they are today. Like, Bitcoin works for what it works at, great. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Ripple, XRP, whatever, just appreciate the things that exist that do the things they do, and maybe stop with the tribalism. Dude,
Yeah.
I gotta wrap things up. I feel like I'm a
No
straight
worries.
up hostage kidnapper type of a person right now, but I'm on two and a half
Not at all,
hours,
brother.
and I don't feel like we've killed more than 10 minutes. This has been such an amazing conversation.
Absolutely, bro. Well, so you've got to send me the information for the winner of the keep key.
Yeah, Smiles. You
Um,
Smiles. Make sure maybe hit up Robert if you're on Twitter, or if you want, you can send me your info, whoever. But definitely, Smiles, reach out to one of us because you won.
yes, please. I need to get that contact and the shipping information so I can get it out in the next couple days.
Shout out to Keep Key and Shapeshift, my bro Eric Voorhees. Even though we've had a mini falling out, I don't think he's a super fan of me anymore. But I know the Shapeshift team is, and I love those guys. And me and Eric butted heads over Foxcoin pretty heavy.
Yeah, that little guy.
Not a fucking fan of Foxcoin, not even a little bit. But I love Shapeshift. If it wasn't for Shapeshift, I probably wouldn't have learned as much as I did about like, not using an exchange.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, they've definitely. There's a lot of good information, and we need to have more educational information in the space. I think good educational information that's non-biased.
Right. Smiles, you can send me your information to make it easy, and I'll forward it to Robert just to keep it convenient.
Yes, please.
Yep. All right, guys. I guess I'm going to wrap things up here. Big shout out to Sound Genie, 3D, Smiles,
Keep
Crypto Net Worth, Bitcoin Jake, C2,
Here, flip my
McLovin.
video back on. I want to wave bye to everyone.
Dude,
It's dark in my room now. Damn.
this was an amazing conversation, man. Again, I didn't realize how much time we actually covered. I hope to maybe I'll put a bounty on this. If anybody wants to edit this for clips, submit clips to my Twitter DMs, and if they're good clips, I'll buy them off you. Okay? Because I don't feel like editing. I hate editing. But if somebody wants to edit a couple cool sound bites or like 2 minute clips from this, I will buy those edited clips from you. We'll call it about $10 a clip. That's more than minimum wage. All right.
That sounds good. All right.
All right, guys. Oh, and crypto. What was her name again? Nina Nani. Fuck.
Crypto Nico.
Nico. Crypto Nico. Don't forget, you have to send me your Bitcoin Cash address so I can send you some Bitcoin Cash as the consolation prize for runner up of winning the Keep Key wallet. All right, Robert, we're out of here, bro. Definitely have to do this again, man. This was a lot of fun, and I feel like we could have definitely have easily kept going.
Most definitely. Again, yeah, pleasurable experience, and I'll chat with you later, bro.
All right, and hey, anybody looking for the Fold app referral code? I see you in the chat, Smiles. It's on my Twitter, and I told people to use it to buy Domino's today. So look on my Twitter feed, look for the Fold post, and follow the instructions, man. Use Bitcoin. Just use it. Use it. Spend it. Stop trading it. Spend it. Trade it for fucking goods and
Spend.
services, man. Like that's if you're gonna trade Bitcoin, trade it for goods and services. All right, we're
Absolutely,
out of here.
100%. All right.
Where can people find you? Where can they stalk you? Where can they get in touch with you?
I'm on Twitter. My Twitter username is my name, Robert Harju. Or you can go to my website if you want to play on my free game servers, haryugaming.net.
HarYouGaming.net, guys. Get up on there. Maybe stream yourself. Stream playing some games. Become a content creator. It's not.
I definitely will.
It's not that hard. Just click start live and do what you're doing on a live stream. You know, I really would love to inspire more people to do this shit because it's like this is like the highlight of my day is this podcast. I look forward to talking to people every day, and it's just so much fun. So people should definitely give it a shot, you know, and especially people that tune into podcasts. I feel like those would be the best podcasters are the fans of podcasts. I find that a lot of people that do podcasts never even listen to one. So there's that. All right, guys, we're wrapping things up. As always, have a day. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Somee.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. I'm a shill, I'm a shill, I'm a shill.